Oh. We're live. Holy shit. We are live. Holy shit. Alright. I think I like adjust the fucking size of this so you can actually see the fucking names of the of the fucking bosses down here. Welcome. This is... So, I did a video, maybe a year ago? Probably a year ago. When I first finished Elden Ring, I ranked every single boss in Elden Ring. Every single boss in Elden Ring I ranked, based on all of the Souls games based on both difficulty and personal enjoyment. I'm pretty sure only the difficulty one is... No, I'm pretty sure only the enjoyment one is up on YouTube. I think because my internet fucking just blew the fuck up when I tried doing this. Mother trucker got his rubber mask ready. Of course. I had to have the face cam. I gotta use the face camera. FT missing. So this is just the first one that showed up when I went, when I looked for the fucking ranking. So I'm gonna adjust all of them. I'm gonna adjust them as I go. Essentially. So I'm gonna do this in two parts. It's gonna be all one stream. I'll do this in two parts. One which is difficulty. One is personal enjoyment overall. I'll do difficulty first. I'm gonna do difficulty first, and then I'll do enjoyment. So how much I liked each boss. Whether it be just because of for lore reasons, the fight itself. Everything for it. Going on YouTube, correct? Yeah. Unedited, so it's just gonna be this literal VOD, just this whole ass VOD straight onto fucking YouTube. Fuck, I wish I had alcohol. So, it's not this one isn't gonna be anywhere near as long as the other one I put on YouTube. This one's... Because I'm only doing the Shadow of the Erdtree bosses, and I am missing... I didn't do every single boss. I did miss a couple. Mainly just fucking, fake fucking bosses. Mainly just, fake fucking bosses. Which, that can be good. Just fucking that color. Here it is. I'm just gonna put this to, fake, bosses. That's gonna be the one at the very bottom, just because bosses I just didn't find. I'll get those ones out the way now before I fucking do anything. Which was what ones did I not fucking do? I didn't do Red Bear. I did this Black Knight. I beat the Death Knight for Fogrift. Did not do Scorpion River. Chief Bloodfiend, didn't do that one. Dancer of Rana, didn't do that one. Demi-Human Queen, I can't I can't say that word. Humanoid spirit bosses, I mean, yeah. I didn't do Raksha either. Garrett. So yeah, so these ones are just gonna stay here in this in this one, just period. This is just gonna be the ones that are just here. Yeah, they're just gonna stay in that tier regardless. For both lists, this is just gonna stay here. Sorry, I got all my words jumbled up. I'm really stupid. I'm just gonna go in order as they appear. So this one is difficulty. ranking all of them on all aspects of difficulty, how hard the boss is, how hard the mechanics are. The boss arena will play a factor into this as well. Sometimes a boss may be difficult because of the arena. It is going to be because of the arena as well. I think just S to D. I think that works. I think that works. Let's get started. 5 minutes in, I'm finally fucking starting. Starting the actual ranking portion. So first one, Black Jail Knight, which is Guts. The first boss, most people will fight in the DLC, and at the bone horseman, the swamp area kind of slows you down. Yeah, kind of like that, like how that adds difficulty to it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of yapping, so I'm going to need this. I need that water. So Black Jail Knight, I'm just going to hold here just for the moment. Guts. So he, yeah, the first boss you will mainly fight. Most people fight. Difficulty. Yeah, C is pretty much the base, is difficult. So I guess it would be like, S is like, holy shit, I want to kill myself. I want to kill myself, like, ball-busting difficulty. Then A is, like, pretty difficult, but, like, it mainly comes down to... Actually, no, I'm gonna change S to, fucking, bullshit. So, that's going to be bosses that you, that are fucking bullshit, essentially. D is, like, pushover, like, didn't break a sweat. Fucking bullshit is for bosses that yeah, just absolutely fucking bullshit. In one aspect or another. Which, to be fair, I'm gonna be a little bit lenient with this one. With the, like, fucking bullshit section, because, like, every boss here has something bullshit. Every actual boss has, like, something bullshit about it. So, Black Jail Knight, it's just a humanoid enemy. Like, it's just just moveset wise, he's essentially just a... Yeah, he's just a fucking... He's just a guy. Nothing special about his attacks. If you've ever fought a PvP strength idiot, then you fought them all. Yeah, the difficulty of him comes from essentially one thing in particular. That is, and that is the fact that he's got, like, infinite poise. Like, he does not give a shit what you do. Whatever you do, like, nothing you do to him phases him at all. I don't even think I knocked him down with my strength build. Like, my strength build, I don't even think I knocked him onto the floor. I think I only, the only time I knocked him on the floor is if I think I caught him while he was in the air. Just your resident Giga Chad. Yeah, just your resident giant idiot. Like, if you think you are a strength idiot, you are not a strength idiot. You are not him. You are not the Black Jail Knight. But I think C, I think C is probably the best place for him. He's a little bit, like, he's difficult. I spent some time on him. But most of that just came down, like, I spent like an hour on him, but one, that was me getting back into Elden Ring. Like, I'm pretty sure if right now I still have, like, all my fucking nerves about me, I could probably beat him a lot easier than I did when I first started the DLC. Now that I know that you just can't knock him over, regardless of whatever you do, yeah, I'd have, like, a much easier time with him. Yeah, just your resident idiot. Yeah, C seems like a good, like, space for him. He's not insanely easy, but he's not like... But he's not like, oh my god, this is bullshit, or anything like that. Next, Black Knight, Erdtree, he's going in D. That is just an enemy. That is just a basic-ass, mob enemy that has a boss health bar. It's, and then there's nothing really to say about the difficulty. Is like, if you fought one of those bosses just anywhere in the field, like anywhere where you find him normally, then I think he's got like a slightly different moveset, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's just a bait. Like, I went in with like half health. I went in with like half health, and like I didn't sit down at the fucking Grace, so I had like 7 Estus, and I still beat him. Nothing memorable. No, he's just a guy. Ralva, the Great Red Bear. I'm gonna put both the Great Bears above. I still in D, but D. I think this. I'll swap them around because I'm pretty sure Rugalea, I actually killed me once. Well, Ralva, I think I beat on my first try. The same as the Black Knight, they're basic mob enemies, which are Rune Bears. These are just Rune Bears, just bigger and red. Yeah, same as the Black Knight. If you've ever fought a Rune Bear, you have fought these bosses before. These just have a higher health bar and do a lot more fucking damage. That's for goddamn sure. Rugalea killed me though. Ralva never did. Or maybe it was the other way around. Like Ralva killed me, but Rugalea. No, because Ralva because Ralva's the one that drops the fucking pelt, and yeah, an IRL bear is way more threatening than these two. Not saying that what it is, like these didn't do a lot, but like I'm not saying Rune Bears aren't scary in Unring, but like at the point in the game where you fight these two, like if you've ever fought a Rune Bear, you've fought all of them. Next, Dryleaf Dane. I'm gonna put him at like the top of C tier. So there's 2 ways I could rank Dryleaf Dane. In fact, while I'm here, I may as well grab the other two for this as well. That be are they here? Are they here? No. Huh, Later and the other one aren't here. Yeah, well, I guess Dane, unless you fight Dane at a different point, you can find him at a different point along with Later and whatever the other fucking cunt's name is. Whatever it is, I'll just use this as the placement for all 3. So, well, to be fair, they're not even really a boss. Like, technically I could shove them into the fake bosses section, because, that's what I'm gonna do. Dryleaf Dane. Unless there's a separate time where you fight just Dane by himself, he's a fake boss. Doesn't have a health bar. He's just a guy. He's just an aggro normal enemy. Same with Later and whatever the fucking other one is. I forgot his name because he fucking sucks. Ranking them as a trio. So there's 2 ways you could I could rank it. I'm gonna put him in the fake bosses category on a technicality. But so Dryleaf Dane, Later, and whatever the other one was called, by themselves are literally like bottom of D tier. Like, any boss you can stun with a weapon, especially like humanoid enemies, actual fucking nothing, like no problem whatsoever. They're challenging because they swarm you. In a vacuum, I'm not even a friend. All 3 of them together, however, that's bordering fucking bullshit. Like, I will lose because he just beats me to death. Just, like, they all just jump you. The Later and Dryleaf Dane, like, when you do a gank fight, you are meant to put them, like, you're meant to have them all balance each other out. in some way. Like, one should be range, one should be magic, one should be close combat, one should be mid-range, maybe one could be like tanky, or one could be like fast. All three of these enemies are just close range, close range, close range. Like, they're all close range. So, you can never separate them. There's nothing in the arena to separate, like, them from each other. It's basically a flat arena, but there's even curves in there as well, so sometimes you can get hit or not get hit, or be able to dodge or not dodge out of an attack because of the arena blocking or saving you. Which I don't fucking like either. I don't like getting hit just because, oh, the arena's kind of fucked up. You got hit. There's no way to break them up. They're just guys. I'm gonna shove them in the fake boss category. But I would... They are either like bottom of D next to the fucking Erdtree, but I put them at like top of D, each of them, if it was separate. Together, they would probably go in the fucking bullshit category. I would probably say fucking bullshit is gonna be more for like, it's gonna be less that they are the hardest and more that the fight is just fucking nonsense. Like, just absolute, just fucking bullshit. Like, there's, awful. Just awful ass fucking design. I would say A is like, they're very difficult, but it's a skill issue. It's like, once you beat the boss, it's like, oh, I'm accomplished. I beat the boss, they were really difficult, it was a good fight. Fucking bullshit is, I beat the fight and I don't even feel happy. Or I beat the fight because it went my way, like, not because I was good. Next, Death Knight Fog Rift. I'm probably gonna shove in C for the moment. Basic enemy. Kind of a basic enemy, but the difference is he's on the fucking perk. He was cracked out. Bro, the lightning attacks, the fucking speed, the grab where he pulls you in the air and fucking steals your life. That's all cool. Those are all really, really cool. Those are really cool. That's the Walmart 4 guy? Yeah, that was the guy that has like all the lightning attacks, the life steal, did all that bullshit. He had a lot of cool attacks, a lot of punishing attacks. What I say is more difficult than Guts. I'd say he's a little bit more difficult than Guts. There's a lot more bullshit to the Death Knight than Guts. Because Guts, I am turning this fucking music down. Jesus Christ. So fucking loud. Jesus Christ. It's okay, yeah. I'd say he's slightly stronger than Guts. Because if I was to go refight these bosses now, I would probably struggle with the Death Knight more than Guts, but not by much. Not by much else. And there's nothing really to mention. Again, basically on enemies. We've had a lot of stinkers in the moment. These are all just fucking like mob enemies. Ancient Dragon Man, you are going like slightly above Red. Cool. The weapon, really cool. The like basic enemy, like way faster than Guts. It's Echo. Hang on, let me pull a stream. Oh, it's how embarrassing! It's gonna be so embarrassing to watch on YouTube. Why is it still connected to my fucking earphones? They are in the fucking container. Bitch ass fucking phone. Is it good? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I hear it. I hear it. Is it good now? Hello? Still echoing. What the fuck, bro? Alright, I plugged my mic in now. Did that fix it? Nope! I can't just record shit from my fucking computer ever, can I? Like, it has to be a... Oh, there has to be a fucking problem every time every time I go to do this shit. Okay, is it the music? It wasn't the music that was, like, fucking doing it. No, it's me. It's just me. Are we back now? Testing 1, 2, 3. That sounds fixed, but also kind of sounds fucked up. Okay, was it... So it was the music that was doing it. Okay, now testing again. That sounds alright. Hang on, let me just... Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. How embarrassing. Okay, I've had it. Oh, it's just for, like... It's more for fucking, whatever it is for YouTube. It's a little bit, like, trust me, there's a difference, like, between watching a video with and without background noise. That isn't me. Tell me if it starts happening again. Thank you for, thank you for, pointing that out. That was, that was super fucking embarrassing. Oh my god. I'm actually someone's like favorite streamer. It's fucked up. Oh my god. Wait. Ancient Dragon Man. Yeah, fucking whatever boss. Like literally fake fucking boss. Honestly, it's just a guy with a fucking katana. Not particularly. Was a pusher. He was a giant fucking pusher. I'd say he was slightly more threatening than Erdtree because he could do bleed. Yeah, and he's a unique enemy, quote unquote unique. Like, yeah, even though he's just like a dude, he's more unique than fucking Black Knight. So yeah, fucking shove the D. And the Dragon Head cosplay, like, yeah. So I can see him posing some more threats. I'm pretty sure he also suffered from the poor fate that Black Knight does, which is he can be stunned with a weapon, therefore absolutely fucking mobbed. Next, Jagged Peak Drake. I actually didn't fucking die to the Jagged Peak Drake, the first one. Yeah, like, it's a basic dragon it's a basic, like, the most basic kind of dragon you can fight in Elden Ring. One that I fought many times in the base game. The weapon is decent. The weapon was more than decent for the Dragon Man. The Dragon Man's weapon, hard carry. Hard carry. We stand the great katana in this house. Yeah, the Jagged Peak Drake I didn't die to. I struggled more than Ralva, but not by much. And Jagged Peak Drake, the one with a friend, it says in really small letters. I'm putting it above Jagged Peak just because I died once to it. Like, I died once, but otherwise it's the exact same fucking fight, except he starts with a little less health if you wait for the fucking other dragon to kill him first. The two dragons fight each other. So there's two. So there's the Jagged Peak Drake, which is the one you first see when you first enter the area. Then, like, 3 steps later, there's the Jagged Peak Drake, the one with a friend. Which is just, which is the same thing, but there's 2 of them. That was the one that was fighting each other, which is this second one. Okay, here's time for the first actual boss. Ancient Dragon Sesanax. You're going in the fucking bullshit tier. Fuck you. Fucking piece of shit. And you want to know why? There's some things I'm going to say about the difficulty specific for the fight. The lightning. And that was the major thing. The fact that you can get fucking one-tapped by the lightning before you even lay a finger on the boss. And that, I'm not even saying that, like, oh, he does a lot before you, like, can reach him. I'm like, it's not like, oh, he, like, does a whole bunch of shit and you can't attack him. It's like, no, the lightning attack he does, you enter the arena, and basically by pure chance, will you make it through with no damage, a little damage, or dead. You would die. The boss hasn't even fucking moved. If you get to the boss, you can hit him. It's just, oh yeah, lightning, boom, and you die. I'm like, oh, how nice. Thank you, Elden Ring. I like that a lot. That was really cool. That lightning attack was fucking bullshit. The fact that he could do it like 3 times during the fight as well, fuck. Oh my god, it's so irritating. Outside of that, it hits like a fucking truck. He, like, again, like, the dragon should hit like a truck. So, I'm not going to say that the amount of damage being done is bullshit. It makes sense for the boss. Like, it makes sense that a big-ass dragon should hit you for fucking a lot of damage, but... oh, my fucking god. The arena way too small for that type of boss. For how much he flies around, how big he is, the arena is too fucking small to contain that Sesanax. Or Senesax. As you call him. Awful, stinky, poo-poo, asshole, fucking bullshit boss. To intentionally build tension. All it did was fucking build, like, my... all it did was just build my fucking anger. Miserable fucking boss to fight. Next. Demi-Human Swordmaster Onzo. You're going to, like, the top of D tier. I think I died, like, more than once to Onzo. I think I died a few times. But that was, like, yeah, hello Sekiro boss. Build your race. It's all it fucking did. Yeah, Onzo, so... that was, like, the little fucking Sekiro guy. Like, the guy that actually belongs in Sekiro, not in fucking, Elden Ring. Like, I'd say more difficult than, like, all the bosses before him. But only because of his speed. Outside of that, like, any enemy that gets stunned by hitting... oh, actually... because, like, technically I died more to him than I did to, like, Rigalea or the fucking Peak Drake. But I wouldn't say it was actually difficult. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess because he's, like, unique. Like, he's a unique enemy. Like, you don't fight him anywhere else, I don't think. Just C. And I wouldn't say C. I'd say top of D. But, like, I'd say the Jail Knight is harder. And again, any enemy that gets stunned with a fucking... any enemy that can be stunned with a sword should not be in C tier. I think it's just because I already had prior experience fighting dragons, so Jagged Peak Drake, and prior experience with Rune Bears and shit. That's why they're there, and then, like... Ancient Dragon Man and Black Knight are just... yeah, they're just whatever. Bale... the Dread. I think should be going in A tier. I don't think Bale is bullshit. I don't think he's a bullshit boss. I think he's very difficult. He earns his difficulty in a good way. He's bullshit in a good way. Like, again, you are fighting a big dragon. You're fighting a dragon that's almost on par, lore-wise, with Placido Sax. Mainly because Placido Sax is the one that fucked his ass up. The reason why his ass is, like, limping in the fucking fight and his wings, like, fucked up. But I'm pretty sure Bale did rip off one of his heads as well. Like, Lord Bale is insanely fucking strong. A rewarding epic fight. Yeah, it's a... Like, I don't want to get into a whole lot of other stuff with the fight. I'll do that when I'm ranking the bosses from, like, all aspects. This is just difficulty. And Bale's difficulty is absolutely deserved. But it's like, oh, he's difficult. He's really difficult. But everything, he feels as strong as he should be. He doesn't feel weaker than at what he's hyped to be as. He feels exactly as strong as he should be. It would have been incredibly disappointing if I got to the top after all the hype getting to Bale from hearing Igon and everyone essentially saying Bale is like fucking penis asshole dragon, he needs to die. And then he was a fucking Jagged Peak Drake. Like, that would have been fucking annoying. That would have been disappointing. Bale absolutely fucking earns his difficulty. Yeah, I'll get a lot more into, like, those aspects when I talk more about the boss. But difficulty, absolutely fucking A tier difficulty. He's not a bullshit boss. He's not fucking Santa Sax. He feels correct. It feels correct for him to be as strong as he is. None of the attacks felt overly unfair. None of the attacks felt unfair. I'd say the only really unfair attack was that fucking, like, left hook he does occasionally, where, like, he'll end an attack, and, like, 50-50, he'll either, like, hit you with a left, or he'll stop attacking and let you attack once or twice, or heal, and then start attacking again. That left hook took me the fuck out. But everything else felt like, I can dodge this, and I can dodge this, this is reasonable, this is telegraphed, I just fucking suck, and that's why. He was done right. He was done very, very right. Very difficult, and he's staying in A tier. I don't know if... I wouldn't say he's the hardest non-bullshit boss, but he's... at the moment. But he certainly is as strong as he should be. Now, going from a banger to... dude... I'm gonna put him, like, here. Because, like, he's stronger than the Ancient Dragon, man. I don't know. These two can change over. I think I can't stun Ralph with a greatsword, but I can stun this dumbass with a greatsword. He's fucking basic enemy. I'm just moving on. Basic enemy. Deathrite Bird. I'll leave him here for this a moment, just like talk about it. So. Yeah, like, Curseblade Labyrinth, literally fucking not important small fry. Yeah, the Deathrite Bird. I died a bunch to this. There's some bullshit to it, but a lot of the... Also, I see the Lamenter here. Fucking, you go down here. You fucking... Actually, no, I died once. So I must put more respect on his name, but he's going on. I have absolutely nothing to fucking say about the Lamenter. So, Deathrite Bird. That's the really big one you fight in the Cerulean Coast. I think top of C tier. I think for how I've got this laid out, I think top of C tier is the best. I wouldn't say it's B tier. I'd say, like, it's definitely on par with the fucking Death Knight. And they both equally have, like, something bullshit about them. The Deathrite Bird, mainly because there's other enemies in the arena. Yeah, the big fucking zombie chicken that I fought. That, like, fucking shoots flames and shit everywhere. That do frostbite for some reason. Yeah, the Deathrite Bird is literally fucking whatever in terms of difficulty. It's like I died a couple times. And I'd say it's definitely on par with the Death Knight. Both of them. Literally, you can change them over, change the positions in any way whatsoever. It doesn't matter. I personally had a little bit more difficulty with the Right Bird just because I suck ass anytime I have to fight more than one thing at a time. The Death Knight has his bullshit with the lightning and the grab, but the Death Right Bird, I struggle with multiple enemies. No birds and zombie mobs rushing you. Yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't say they're not. It wasn't bullshit. It wasn't like, fucking this boss. It's so difficult. No, it's literally just a whatever boss. It's just a fucking whatever boss. In terms of difficulty. Next, Putrescent Knight, B tier difficulty boss. So, not fucking bullshit. As much as I want to shove the boss in fucking bullshit, no. More annoying than difficult? Yeah, that's where I'd put the Death Right Bird. Putrescent Knight. Fucking... I'll talk more about the Knight. In terms of, like, why he's like that in the thing, kind of like with Bale. Putrescent Knight? Fuck. What an annoying ass boss. Oh, like... It's gonna be like B... I think like mid B tier is gonna be like where Putrescent Knight like ultimately ends up in terms of difficulty. It's the arena. It was the arena that would get me. The fucking... The arena slightly slowing you down. Yeah, I think the Knight would have been a much fairer boss. Like, I would have struggled less if the boss was not in the swamp. I understand why he's there. I understand why there's a swamp. And he would not have been the same without the swamp. The swamp slowing me down slightly is bullshit, however. And that big fucking whirlwind attack thing that he does, like the one that does like just puts flames everywhere in the arena, that's fucking bullshit because it does so much. The blender move is sickening. Oh my god, there's so many attacks. It is so punishing. It's so punishing. If you play the game light rolling a lot, like I was, you will struggle a little bit with him because it throws you off. The swamp throws you off, and then at some point I'm gonna find out that the swamp actually does nothing, and I was just fucking ass. But there's no way I was not medium rolling in that swamp. Yeah, it was punishing, but considering what the Knight is meant to be, which, to be fair, I'm not completely 100% on the lore of the dumbass Knight. Difficult. You get used to the swamp, and then it just becomes like getting good, and then I started echoing again. Oh my god! What is up with my fucking headset? I can't just have nice things, can I? Let me just... Is not doing anything. That do anything? Nope. Hang on. Alright, unplugged and replugged. Okay, is it the fucking lo-fi playlist is just fucking up my shit? Alright, let me pause this while I figure this shit out. Oh no, it's just echoing just because, I guess. And it's not... Is it the orcs? Oh, there. Wait, trying it again. Then trying now. Hello? I had it. I need a new fucking mic, dog. Alright, back. Alright, sick, that worked. Poor connection? I don't think it'd be poor connection. I think it's just because the headset's old. I've had it for a few years now. Yeah, the headset's old, and I've had it for a few years. And it's seen its fair share of alcohol and shitty connections and shit like that. And I just need to get a new headset. Right, well, where are we? Putrescent Night. I think I've said all I needed to say about the Putrescent Night. Super Saiyan Sonic is C. I'll leave it here for, just while I talk about it. So, Golden Hippo is a hippo enemy, but slightly bigger, does slightly more damage. The hippo, however, the Golden Hippo has the one distinction where he grows fucking spines and gets like some AoE range. I think actually the Golden Hippo will be the top of C. I'd say the only really bullshit attack is his grab, because he speeds up as he chases you. And I never actually truly figured out the fucking dodge window for the for that grab. Outside of that, it's literally just a fucking big ass mob enemy. I struggled more with the hippo than the Deathrite bird, that's for damn sure. I'd say top of C, not B, but definitely top of C. Commander, guys, you're going in the bullshit. Fuck you. No, you're going top of fucking bullshit for the moment. Piece of shit. Fucking. Oh my god. And I see the next one as well. I see what the next boss I gotta rank as well. Fucking piece of shit, Commander. Fucking gay ass. So, I think either today or yesterday, they dropped a patch where with this boss, they now make it so his ass starts on the other end of the fucking arena. It's such a big arena. So I'm saying this pre-patch where you enter the arena and he is just off to the races. He is 10 meters from the door and he immediately fucking charges your stupid ass. And you can't do a fucking thing about it. He hits like a goddamn dump truck. Oh my god. I think getting hit by a Lamborghini would hurt less than getting hit by Gaius. He is so fucking strong. He's unreasonably strong. Oh my god, I didn't even get to see all his moves. Because after like 2 hours of throwing my fucking head against the wall, against guys, I gave up and I just did the cheese method where you use Morg Spear. Yeah, I'll admit, I used Morg Spear. I'm a bitch, whatever. Pre-patch, guys, you can go fuck himself. He's so... Oh my god, he's just so unreasonable. Half the time, you enter the arena and you die instantly. There's slightly minor oversight. Like, the very first time you enter the arena, he starts all the way over the other side of this massive ass arena. He starts all the way on the other side of the arena. That's fine. It gives you time to get into the arena, realize what's happening, where the boss is. You can get on torrent, you've got the time, you can do the dodge, you get all that. Every other time after that, you just into the arena and you just flip a coin and maybe you die, maybe you live. Sometimes you try and jump over, sometimes you have enough time to summon Torrent, get on Torrent, you try to jump over him and then he clips like the leg of Torrent and you die instantly. I'm like, oh. Sick. The fact that I had to use cheese, he's going to the top of fucking bullshit. For now. Okay. This one, the Belurat one, which is the first one I fought. I'm gonna put top of B tier. Now, I know, when I fought him on stream, on that first stream, I was there for 7.5 hours. It was a very embarrassing moment for me, I will admit. Very, very embarrassing. I'll defend myself. I was insanely fucking drunk. I was insanely fucking drunk. I was, like, probably should have gotten my stomach pumped drunk. I had, like, 20-something standard drinks within, like, 2.5 hours. I was not there. If I had one more drink, I would have blacked out. I still don't even remember going to bed that night. I remember beating the boss, and my memory cuts out there. My memory extends to me saying, fuck this, I am done. I turned off stream, and I think I just instantly fucking passed out. So, a lot of the difficulty from this fight specifically came from the fact that I was turbo fucked. And also, I did not want to change my build. I mentioned it last night when I was streaming, like when I was going over just my thoughts of the DLC, that, yeah, I think the boss, actually, if I was to fight the boss right now, and I wasn't limiting myself by trying to use, like right now, if I was to fight the boss right now. Also, I fought it drop day, pre-patch, I'm pretty sure, like base Shadow of Erdtree, before everyone got the like universal like buff, like the 10% I think buff, or like 10% less damage taken, I think. So I fought him like as hard as I could have fought him. Even if sober, it's a Tangled Mess of stuff lunging at crazy speeds. Yeah, but you can. But you can, like, tell, like, where the dodge windows are. I'd say there is a lot of things that are bullshit. I wouldn't say it's, like... I'd say the lightning stage, that's fucking bullshit. It's subjective, yeah. I'd say the lightning stage, definitely bullshit. That, like, if I could separate it into the lightning stage, that's going into... just immediately going straight into fucking bullshit. This one will go straight into fucking bullshit if it was just lightning. But the wind phase is very easy, and the ice phase is inconsistent. It's sometimes easy, sometimes fucking annoying. And the base phase is insanely easy. Depending on what your DPS is like, you can very easily, like, make it so he's only in one stage, like the lightning stage, for like one cycle, like for one attack, and then he'll fucking change. Yeah, I think very top of B tier. I don't know all the lore about the dancing lion. I think he's meant to be very strong. I mean, considering he's like one of 4 bosses that's got a fucking cutscene, it shows he's relatively important. And he's there for a reason. So, yeah, this is, yeah, I would say top of B tier. I think if on that first stream I was not insanely fucked, I would not have been there for 7.5 hours. Spear guy, Mezima, so he's definitely an A tier, that's for damn sure. I was fighting Mezima for a couple hours. I think it was like 2-3 hours. But never once did I think Mezima was bullshit. Not one time did I think there was an attack that was bullshit. Like, there was a single attack that was like, this is bullshit, why does it work this way? I think the closest to it is his AoE when he's in his second phase. He does an AoE and then like a whole bunch of snakes lunge at you. That was the closest one. But I don't even think that attack is bullshit. I think it's telegraphed enough. I think it's meant to it's meant to be like a deterrent if you're punishing too hard. Once you know the attack exists, you need to be more cautious about it. It's well-deserved difficult for your status. Exactly, for his status as well. And like who he is more, his difficulty is very, very much justified. And no, in fact, I would say Mesmer is more difficult than Bale. Mesmer is... He will wash the... Oh, actually... I don't know. I don't know who I would say is more difficult. Bale hits a lot fucking harder. Yeah, I think Mesmer requires you to be a lot more concentrated. If Bale catches you, he will, like, 1-2 hit you. He puts you the fuck down. Mesmer can do that, but you need to be, like, concentrated. Like, you need to be in that fight the whole time. If you are there, he's easy. He's easier than Bale if you are locked in. You have to be fucking in that fight. You can't be, like... You can't be switched off for Mesmer. There's some parts of Bale where you can sort of half tune out and, like, keep your feet up, relax. Mesmer, you have to be there the whole fucking time. Otherwise, he will punish the shit out of you. The attack windows felt... the attack and dodge windows all felt really nice. The heal windows felt... Like, he actually gave you breathing time, like, enough breathing time to, like, heal. But he didn't give you so much time that you could just heal at leisure. It's like, you could get your 1-2 heals in, and if you're light rolling, you can dodge. His attacks don't do 7 trillion damage. I like that. I like that so much. It's so annoying when a boss does so much damage and it just doesn't feel deserved. I think the only bosses that should be doing more than half your damage per hit are the dragons, because it makes sense for something that is like fucking 30 times as heavy and as strong as you falling on top of you. Yeah, that would fucking hurt a lot. And the bosses that are literally meant to be gods in some way, like Radahn, but I'm going to get to Radahn in a minute. I'll get to him in a bit. Gives you hot on your toes. He does. He very much, like, he keeps you alert and aware, and it's really good. The arena feels, you know, even with all of these snake attacks, the arena feels big enough. Like, it feels like the arena feels big enough for what's going on at all given times. The arena's flat, so I can't say, oh, I lost because the arena was blah, 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 blah. No. He does as much damage as I think he should be doing. The snakes do a lot of damage, but that's because, again, it's a massive ass snake fucking colliding with you. He never felt bullshit. And I think that's one of the best parts about the difficulty for Mesmer. He doesn't feel like... I don't feel like I died because of something out of my control. Every time I died to Mesmer, I immediately was like, that was my fault. I fucked up because I was bad. So I'll say he's definitely an A tier in difficulty, but I think Bale. I don't know. I spent more time with Mesmer, but I think Bale's more punishing. Because a lot of time with Mesmer... No, and I got a lot of... There was a lot of attempts I actually got really, really close to beating him. And I lost because of my greed. I'd say Bale is more difficult than Mesmer. Even though I was with Mesmer longer, that was mainly because I was learning attacks. That's as much as I have for Mesmer. Erdtree Avatar. I'll say underwhelming. Yeah. I think it was very cool where you do the thing and then it goes and then dies and then comes back like 30 seconds later. I think that was really fucking cool that it fakes you out. Not once, twice. The fake out, the second fake out, it fucking got me. I'm like, holy shit. Third phase? But the Counter argument. It's really weak. It takes... I don't know if that's because I fought it a lot later than I thought I was supposed to, considering it was one of the last bosses I fought before fighting Radahn. But the Erdtree avatar takes so much fucking damage. It's insane. like that. When I got to the third phase, I don't even think I saw everything the third phase could do, just because I beat it so fucking quickly the second time I got there. Like, I know it's got those nuke attacks, and I think that's like the most bullshit part about it, was the third phase nuke attacks. But the counter argument is that you literally can just out DPS the fucking stupid plan. You were probably overleveled. I was probably overleveled, but even then, I wasn't even max fucking like shadow shadow fragmented, like fucking. Like, I didn't even have max blessing for the fight. I just did that much damage. He just takes so much fucking damage. And I'm pretty sure in the DLC it scales with your level, so you can't really over-level yourself for the DLC. Like, everything scales. Like, everything will be as difficult regardless of your level. Drink water? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I've been yapping straight for an hour. I'm gonna need to get more water. Also, I don't think I can understate how fucking uncomfortable this mask is. Give me a sec. I forgot to buy a new mask at Supernova because this one's like kind of falling apart, really raggedy. And at this part, it presses on my nose so much it just irritates it. Not the time to unmask yourself, no. I don't know, maybe like later on I'll fucking just turn the camera off and just take the mask off because this thing is so fucking uncomfortable. Buy a Joker mask. I just need a mask that just covers my face. Honestly, I want to get one that just covers this and just, like, leaves my eyes open. I probably should just do that. Yeah, I think... Yeah, so Erdtree avatar... I'll put here, I think the Hippo is stronger, is a more difficult, but not by a whole lot. The fake out's cool, but... yeah, the fake out was cool. The second fake out was really cool. And their, like, AoE attack is really hard hitting. Outside of that, the boss gets folded in, like, fucking 4 hits. Like, it's super, super fucking weak boss. And in fact, it's kind of disappointingly weak, but that's more for, like, going over the bosses in total. So, next, Hinterland Tree Sentinels. Yeah, I died once. If you fight them both at the same time, you'll have difficulty. If you fight them together separately, then it's literally fucking whatever. In fact, the only reason I really lost to the Tree Sentinels was because I didn't know there was 2. If I knew there was 2, I would not have ran in as well I did. I would have did what I did the second time, which was just separate them and kill them one-on-one. Outside of that, they're literally just fucking Sentinels. Like, the giant ape fight Sekiro, but the Sunflower was way weaker. Yeah, no, the Sunflower was insanely fucking weak. And considering how much, like, the boss lets you... considering how much the Erdtree avatar lets you just fucking smack it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you never get to hit the head and you gotta hit the body. Like, no, the head's always down at your level, and it does a lot of attacks where it just slams at the fucking head into the floor and leaves it there. Like, come on. Hinterland, Falling Star Beast, you're just gonna go next to the fucking Tree Sentinels. They both suck. No, Falling Star Beast more, because I don't like the Falling Star Beast. I think this thing sucks ass. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the Falling Star Beast, like, up here, like, top of D tier. Because even though I beat it second try, I don't like the fucking Falling Star Beast. Some minor echoing. Oh my god. I think it's just because the cord is fucked for my for the headset. Oh my god, why does this happen? I actually can't have shit, bro. Is that better? Nope. Piece of shit. For like 1 second, it was fine. I don't understand why. I'm actually going into my fucking settings. Fucking sucks here, but I can't just be... I can't just stream. Like, no. Like, my shit's gotta be all kinds of fucked. Wait. I think I know why. I think what's making echo is my laptop mic is on as well. Let me try. I'm just saying that's the reason, because I had the headset unplugged. And it still was picking me up. Headphones. Hang on. Are we on? Testing again. Testing again. Are we live? Trying again. What is causing this fucking echo? And why does it just disappear every now and then? Testing again. Oh my fucking god. Trying again. Hang on, let me just wait. Nope, echoing again. Muting the music again. Alright, let's fucking... Headphone. Speaker out. Wait, did that work? Nope. Headset. Didn't work. Oh my fucking god. Microphone, headphones. Yeah, that's fine. Microphone array. Okay, so that's the device. Wait, those are my devices. Okay, so I need to have the microphone on. Wait, did that work? Holy shit, we're back! Fuck! Oh my god. Oh, it really just it really wants me to have to edit my fucking stream. Like, to edit this shit. Alright. So, where were we? Falling Star Beach. That's right, yeah, PvP basic enemy, Meteor, Mother of Fingers. Okay. Now playing Young Trap, I wish. Finish it without it. I really want to have the background noise. Oh, let me see. Cozy collection. Flame's kind of low. That's right, I was fucking around with the that's right, I was fucking around with the mic thing. Alright, it should be back. Should be back. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna assume that. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do. I am turning this camera off. I am taking the fucking mask. This. Why was it pre? Oh my god. Oh, that feels so much fucking better not having the mask on. Oh my god. I don't think I can actually tell you how fucking... I don't think I can tell you how bad that fucking mask is to wear. I was going to turn the mic volume up on the thing. Okay, so... I'll turn, like, the audio down a little bit more. Oh, it's not a tired day. Oh, don't get me worked up too much. I gotta save that for the goon session after the stream. Lower volume by 20%. Hey, let me compare it to the fucking stream. Hey, let me. Oh. It seems fine. Okay, now I've got my volume too high up. Quite loud, yeah, it was quite loud. Alright, I think this will be fine. This will be fine for what I need it to do. Actual, like, professional streamer right here, by the way. Yeah, so Mattia. I haven't fucking talked about Mattia yet. Mattia is a weird fucking boss. Really, really fucking weird boss. The strength for Mattia... I'll just have Mattia just for the moment. I think Mattia is kind of disappointing. I think for what Mattia is meant to be, Mattia is very disappointing. Mattia is meant to be the first of... From what I understand, it's like Mattia, she's like what is meant to, like... She made all like the finger creatures that are all around the map and the ones in whatever the fucking place is called, Carrion Manor. I think it's got something to do with the Greater Will. Yeah, the finger crabs, those enemies. It's got something to do with the Greater Will, I think. Or some other shit involving the stars. I don't know. Considering what Mattia's meant to be, very underwhelming in terms of difficulty. Like, it was difficult, don't get me wrong, but like... It was on the lower end of difficulty. Like, I'd say the Putrescent Knight. I'd say she's stronger than Putrescent Knight. Has a lot of really cool attacks. That will get her points in the second rating. But in terms of difficulty, the biggest attack, the one that's like the fucking dark hole that like shoots lasers and shit, it was easily dodgeable. You found it lacking? It was lacking in terms of difficulty. I thought Mattia should be more difficult. Considering, like, what Mattia is, it should have been more difficult. But it was, like, a lot of basic slam attacks. Like, there was, like, the jump spin one, but, like, even that was, like, easily dodged. Like, the lasers were easy to dodge as well. The arena is very fair. It's a flat plane, so... Like, it's just you and the boss. The arena's really cool. I really like the arena. But in terms of difficulty, it was very lacking. Like, I'd say harder than the Putrescent Knight. Not by a whole lot. I'd say the Dancing Lion is a lot harder than Mattia, even. In terms of difficulty. Mattia can be bled as well, which, like, to be fair, I think, like, pretty much every fucking boss here can be bled, but, like... The boss is just insanely easy. The weak spot's very easy to hit. Very easy to knock down. Like, I kind of want to say the Putrescent Knight was more difficult. Yeah, kudos for making it weird, but that's not going to get you, like... anything in terms of difficulty.
like, looking gross isn't going to make you more or less difficult, unless you're so gross I don't want to look at you, or you're so attractive that I'm too busy gooning to look at you. Count Ymir, even though I died once, going straight to the fucking bottom of D. Actual squishy, like, normal dude. Like, yeah, he was kind of off the perk when... Like, he was kind of off the perk when, I was fucking... Like, when you do some damage to him, he just teleports fucking, like, crazy. But he only spawns the small hands. The only attack that does any damage, really, is the one where, like, the hand comes out from underneath you. The Bone Horsemen seem more fun. To me, I didn't have more fun with the Putrescent Knight. I did not have a lot of fun with the Putrescent Knight. It was difficult. I would not say he was a fun boss. He's not a boss I would go back to fight. Putrescent Knight is least. Yeah. And that may get points... Okay, well, like, he's gonna be a lot higher than he is now in the, like, overall ranking for, like, including everything. But... in terms of, like... Oh, I guess Ymir also counts the summon at the beginning as well, but even that, she has, like, no health, and is, like, a basic enemy, like, yeah, whatever. And, yeah, Ymir doesn't need, he has less health, I think he has the least amount of health out of any boss, in Shadow of the Erdtree. I think he's the weakest boss, which makes sense because he's just a guy. He's just a fucking schizophrenic. he's just like a fucking schizo. Like, that's all he fucking is. I'm beating up the mentally ill. So he's going right to the bottom of D. I died once. That was because I was not expecting it. Jory, Elder Inquisitor. I'd say bottom of... I remember this guy, so... He is guarding the area to the Abyss. I think you may not have been there when I was fighting him. He's the one that summons guys. Yeah... Yeah, and he's kind of like a basic enemy, but like he does slightly more. He hits hard. I don't know if I have him top of D or bottom of C. He's one of those two. It's like... Shadow Clone, yeah. Like the actual... Like I think I died 2 or 3 times to him. Do I... No, you know what? I'm gonna have him under the Falling Star Beast. One, the boss himself isn't difficult. He summons shit, which is the difficult part. He hits kind of hard. And the attacks are kind of annoying sometimes. But, like, I found him just generally really, really fucking easy. Put him in D. Yeah, I think he's, like, really... He doesn't do anything. Like, the actual boss himself, he does nothing. The summons are more scary. I was more on edge facing the Falling Star Beast than I was fighting Jory. Like, yeah, I beat the Falling Star Beast easier, but, like... That was because I was, like, super concentrated. That was, like, one of those where it's like, if I broke concentration, I would have died to the Falling Star Beast. Jory, I did not fucking feel any, like, actual threat from him. It was like, if I died to us, I was like, oh, whatever. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. So, next, Midra, Lord of Frenzy Flame. Difficulty. So, you have that non-existent first phase. Then you have, like, his actual... Like, the actual fight. Like, the actual Lord of Frenzy Flame part of the fight. My nose is all clogged now because of the mask. I fucking can't stand that thing. I need to throw it out. I need to throw that fucking mask out. And buy a new one, because that thing is fucking bad. So... more difficult than Meteor and Putrescent Knight. I think top of B tier is where I'd put Midra. Definitely above Meteor. Definitely above the Putrescent Knight. And I would put above the Divine Beast, because yeah, I know, I spent 7 hours on the Divine Beast, but also I was fucking hammered, leave me alone. Yeah, I think, at least personally, top of B fits Midra. Someone who lost himself to insanity, does the madness thing. He's got some decently hard-hitting attacks, the hardest of which being his AoE when he goes into the second phase, and that, like, Gatling gun. But also, he's pretty easy to knock over as well. Is a great weapon. Very cool weapon. That's not, like, again, if I was rating a cool weapon, the Ancient Dragon, man, like, at least for difficulty, would go a lot higher, but, yeah, I find the boss really, it was really, really cool. Really cool, but in terms of difficulty, it was pretty difficult. There was some attacks that were, like, had kind of fucked up timings to them. A lot of attacks, were punishing, but I think overall, he wasn't, like, he feels very fair. He feels, it does as a character. I'll say that because I don't know a whole lot about Midra. Because to be fair, there's not a lot that is known about the Frenzied Flame in its entirety. Because the Frenzied Flame is like an actual entity. It's kind of like an actual living entity, but not really. It's a god, but not really as well. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of like the Greater Will, but the Greater Will's kind of fucked up as well. I think he's meant to be a guy that is completely lost and devoted himself to the Frenzied Flame in like a really much more fucked up way than you do in the game. Because one of the endings in Elden Ring is the Frenzied Flame ending, where you let the Three Fingers like brand you with the Frenzied Flame. It's this big taboo thing, like you are not in any circumstance you should never try to go for the Frenzied Flame. In lore, like, you shouldn't, because it's chaos incarnate, essentially. So, in terms of difficulty, I think him being as squishy as he is fair, because he's literally just a guy that's like, I need to stay alive. Diabolically opposed to him. Well, like, the base morality-wise in the series, yeah. But with the ending I went for, like, when I was doing this DLC, was the Frenzied Flame ending. So, yeah, like, morally, you should not try and fuck with the Frenzied Flame. It's kind of like the whole thing, it's like, I guess, like, the way I could describe the Frenzied Flame in terms of, like, a normal, like, our morality is, it'd be like saying, well, it's too fucked where it is now, we need to, like, just nuke everything and then start over again. Like, nuke everything, start all over again. That's essentially what the Frenzied Flame is. Wherever that fits on your moral compass, as, like, if that's based or cringe, that's up to you. But in the verse, it very much is like, you should not fuck with the Frenzied Flame at all. Guy with a sun as his head. Well, the sun, I think, is meant to be something symbolic to the Frenzied Flame. It's all, I don't know the lore a lot, and currently just discussing the fucking strength of the boss, so I'll get more into him when, when I do the lore aspect. I think he is as strong as he should be. I think his attacks hit pretty hard. He has the whole madness thing to him. He's as strong as he should be. He is as strong as he should be. Who's up next? Ooh. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about this cunt. Oh my god. How miserable. What up? So, what separates this one from the original one is one small thing. The added phase with the instant kill mechanic, Death Blight. And not only does he just inflict it himself, he summons 4 basilisks as well to fuck you. Yeah, outside of that, it's literally the same as the original boss, except he's just sort of chilling somewhere. No cutscene to show his importance, he's just a guy. That inflicts fucking Death Blight. How fucking cool. Like, how nice. At the very least, the first one... Oh my god, hang on, the mask's like fucked me up hard. I'll be back in a sec. You won't be able to tell because obviously I don't have the camera on, but fuck. My eyes are like bloodshot. As to how much the mask irritated them. I'm never wearing that fucking thing again. I am throwing that fucking thing out immediately after the stream ends. Yeah, no, I have nothing to really say about that. Like pretty much, the thoughts on the temple line is the same as the normal line, except fucking bullshit because it has instant kill and fucking pukes out a whole bunch of basilisks. I did all my yelling when I fought the boss about it. I don't even want to talk about this cunt. Like, I'm so irritated, I don't even want to talk about it. Next, Romina, Saint of the Bud. Throw there just for the moment. Honestly, no, bottom of B tier. Because it does a lot more than the Hippo. It does a lot more, so I'll have it higher than C. Him again. Fucking never, ever fighting that fucking lion again. So, Romina. Thirst? No, I'll save that. So, Romina, difficulty. Kind of another situation with Meteor, which is... Oh... You should be more difficult. The centipede monster girl? Oh, 100% I would fight her again. Yeah, 100% would fight her again. Very disappointing difficulty-wise. Like, after I died a couple times, I sort of just immediately got the hang of the fight, and then just sort of, like, beat her. Like, don't get me wrong, I was on edge, I was, like, focused, but I didn't feel as focused as I was with, like, Meteor. Very nice looking C, be more fitting. I think she's either bottom of B, top of C. Top of C. No, C fits Romina a lot more. Definitely more difficult than the Hippo. Not a basic enemy. But I don't have a lot to say in terms of, like, a lot of cool attacks. A lot of cool attacks, but that'll be, like, later. Honestly, I don't have a knot. I kind of forgotten the boss. Very forgettable boss, which is very upsetting. Promised Consort Radahn. Oh boy. So, difficulty-wise, he's going straight into fucking bullshit. At the top of fucking bullshit, I might say. You know, motherfuckers say they're built different. You're not built different. Radahn is built different. What the fuck were they cooking with that boss? What were they cooking with that second phase? Specifically, I should say. The first phase, I would say, is reasonably fair. So, okay, so this is why I'm going to bring out Lore as a measuring stick. In Lore, he is meant to be this strong and plus. Elden Ring Kratos in his giant god form. Like, he, in terms of strength, bogs Kratos. Like, this is Radahn with no nerfs, peak performance, demigod, fucking, like, demigod in his prime. With the blessing of an actual god in the form of Mikola. So you are fighting something that is essentially God, and unlike the other actual true God you fight, the Elden Beast, in the base game, Radahn hits like a god. I'm gonna mainly say the second phase, the Consort of Mikola phase, because that second phase is unreasonable. Just unreasonably bullshit. Oh my god. The nuke attack is so big. The nuke is unreasonable. Like, it's like, if you don't start running the literal microsecond you see the fucking attack beginning to wind, you will get hit and you will lose half your health. The AoE is unreasonably big. Like, yeah, AoEs should be big, but there's a limit. Like, I should have a small amount of breathing room. Like, either the windup should have been bigger, or the range should have been smaller. Attacks being bullshit. I think the difficulty is worthy, yeah. But I think what puts him in fucking bullshit is the fact that I had to, like, you can't fight him with, there's a, like, the build I ended up going with was more of a tank build, and I feel like if I really threw my head at the wall, considering his status as a, like, he is meant to be this difficult. But then also, there's times where sometimes you gotta sort of half sidestep Lore. Just a small amount. Again, like when fighting the Elden Beast, for example, which is literal god as well. The Elden Beast doesn't have as many attacks that hit anywhere near as high. I could probably gush. I could probably, like, to be fair, I'm an Elden Beast defender, so, like, I could probably make a million excuses for why the Elden Beast acts and does things in a certain way. I think the Elden Beast is very well done. Very, very well done, boss. I think in the overall rating, I think he's in top 5. But Radahn feels just unreasonable. You don't get any breathing room whatsoever. Like when in Lore, okay, yeah, he's meant to be this strong, and it makes sense that he would keep fucking attacking and not give you any chance to breathe. But when you're designing a boss fight, when you're designed to fight the boss, you need some breathing room as well. Like, you need to program breathing room, and Radahn doesn't give you it. He hits so hard. His AoE is unreasonably large. The grab always felt like it fucking grabbed me. Even in the first phase, there were bullshit attacks. The fucking gravity one where he pulls you towards him. If you are not completely focused in the fight, which you need to be completely focused in. If you're not, that attack will yank you across the fucking arena, right to his feet, deal damage if you're within a certain range. And then he does the fucking slam attack, which is AoE around, like, oh my god. Like, he's so, like, oh, it's so unreasonable. He's really quick, and I don't think speed is a bad thing. Mesmer is really quick. Mesmer is a really quick boss. And there's nothing wrong with being a quick boss, but you need to give breaks in between the quick bursts. Like, Radahn, I felt like half the time, even if I healed at the end of an attack, he would just immediately fly straight into another attack. He would fly straight into, like, straight into a fucking another flurry of attacks. Moveset wise, just because of the power of his attacks. I think, like, they did not, like, tune Radahn. Like, they overtuned Radahn. I think he either needs to be slightly slower or slightly, just hit slightly less. Like, so once I went into my full tank build, assuming I didn't have a shield up, if he was just doing that damage in his base, like, if he was just doing that amount of damage, like, that much damage, like, without the shield, like, when I was not blocking, if he was just doing that much damage, I think that would be reasonable. Like, he should hit hard. But, oh my, I mean, there's other things, like, in the second phase, like, all the divine rays that shoot after every attack always clip you, and you don't, and even when you're light rolling, you will always get clipped by something. Like, something I think needs to change with the Radahn boss fight. Like, fundamentally, if I had to say a boss should get nerfed, it should, like, genuinely be Radahn. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure base game Radahn got nerfed as well, because he also would just blow people the fuck out. I didn't fight him day one, like, pre any patch, because I got into the game kind of late. But I know Radahn base game also got fucking nerfed as well. I think, I think Radahn genuinely is, like, one of the strongest people in lore as well. Like, considering he fought Melania, and Melania was like, fuck, this is... Even Melania, like, one of the strongest bosses in the base game, also thought he was bullshit as well. Them nerfing him, I think he should. I think, to an extent, he should get some kind of nerf. Whether that nerf be... I think he just needs to hit slightly less hard. Or at least the divine attacks need to hit slightly less hard. Maybe this is me just going, where, I can't melt him with a bit, but I think something fundamentally is incorrect with the Radahn fight. Kind of like, a weird example with Ebriatis in Bloodborne, how Ebriatis' hitbox for the dash attack, when data miners actually looked into, like the animations and all that, the hitbox for the fucking, to the left side of the boss, is just shoots out from the boss. Like, it shoots out, like, there's nothing it's even connected to, it just shoots straight out because there's something fucked up in the code. I think it's like that kind of situation. Like, there's something fundamentally fucked up. He's not well balanced, and that's why I'm gonna shove him into fucking bullshit. I'll have him at the bottom, actually. I feel like I could have beaten him with my normal build if I really stuck at it. But it's one of those fights where you have to be 100% there. Like, I say you gotta be locked in, like, you gotta concentrate the whole time with Mesmer. No, with Mesmer, I think there's some points where I could kind of relax. If you want to fight Radahn in a non-cheesy way, you have to be fucking there. Like, you have to be 100% there. And then with min-maxed gear, you could probably crack him. Yeah. And I feel like that would take a lot of luck on my end. Also, because I have to mention it, the arena. The fact that the arena has slopes also is fucking... Oh my god, that also just adds to it. Because the arena is sloped, sometimes an attack can or can't hit you, or you can or can't hit the boss because of the arena. And nothing is more annoying than whiffing attacks or being hit unfairly because you dodged, but because the arena goes diagonally upwards, you get hit. You, in fact, roll into the attack. Also interesting to beat Radahn. I think you do. You get clipped by a stray Divine Strike, you just nosedive. Exactly. Like, you get hit by one stray Divine Strike. When he's doing a combo, you lose concentration. The fact that... So the Divine Strikes also, they hit you in a window. In the window where you're meant to dodge, that's where where you're meant to begin your dodge. That's when the Divine Strikes hit, meaning that if you get clipped by a strike, you will miss your dodge window, and you will then be hit more. Like, something fundamentally needs to change with Radahn. I think the Divine Strikes need to actually happen faster. Like, they need to happen sooner, because it just feels like you can't dodge those attacks. You can't dodge away from Radahn. Like, you can't, like, dodge away because he has such a high reach. You can't dodge to his left or right. It felt like either way I was fucked. I feel like it's one of those where it's like, you gotta be... If I really went for it, I probably could have, but I would like to beat him one day without, like, going full bullshit. Like, full tank. And that's almost it for things. So, the next three are Ghost Flame Dragons, which fucking, I think there's like the Cerulean Coast one. I'll put like here. It spawned shit. I think I died to it as much as I died to the Deathrite Bird. There's the Great Bridge, which I think was the one near the end. Like, I don't know, because there's other guys around. I'll put them on the same as, like, the Jagged Peak Dragon. I'm gonna have Lamenter at the bottom of, like, fucking, like, things that killed me. Then there's the Shadow Atlas one, which I think is actually the one I beat on, like, the second trial. I'll say, like, it's slightly worse than that. Like, nothing no with it. They're literally Jagged Peak Drakes. They're the exact same, except these ones spew fire when they land. Last, Renala Twin Moon Knight. I'm going to put Renala at the bottom of A. I think that's a very fitting spot for Relina, I should say. Not Renala. Renala's a different boss. Relina is a great fight. Is a phenomenal fight. One of my favorites from the DLC. Very memorable. Very cool. Relina, I'd say at the bottom of A, because Relina is a boss that feels as strong as she should be. Like, her attacks don't take a lot of damage from you. She's insanely fast, but she doesn't hit hard. Which is a good thing for what she's meant to be. She's meant to be a very, very strong knight. One of the strongest knights, sister to Relina, who is, I think basically the best fucking mage in lore. Like, the best mage, like, best living. Fast and cunning. Yeah, like, every time I die to Relina, except for exactly one attack, which is when she switches phases, if she uses the magic one, that one felt bullshit. But everything else always felt like if I died because I was bad. She has good heal and attack windows. There are points where you can attack while she's mid-combo. But she punishes you for being greedy. There's, like, you've got to be decent, you've got to be really focused. It's a good skill measure. Like, she's a boss that's like, your personal skill will determine how difficult Relina is. Other than that, it's a fair and epic. Like a worthy rival. Yeah, like, worthy rival felt very, and was really strong. I don't think that, like, yeah, the fire and magic things were particularly bullshit. See, okay, so unlike Radahn, where Radahn's ones are off cue, Relina's happen at the same time she does her attack. Like, if we were actually going to compare the two, Radahn's windows should be the same as Relina's windows. Like, they should be, like, the same window. But Radahn's is ever so slightly separated. Which, okay, if we're going to really go for full lore points, yes, it makes sense that Miquella would attack at, like, in the periods where Radahn isn't. That's not fun. That's not fun. That doesn't make a fun fight. Like, all of Relina's attacks when she goes into the second phase attack at the same time. Like, yeah, Relina is a very skillful boss. I'm gonna keep whinging about fucking Radahn if I keep going on. Dance with Moon, it's like a Dance with Moon Knight, exactly. Like, it always feels like there's back and forth. The boss is got a lot of health, but doesn't have an overwhelming large amount of health. Maybe that's what they should do with fucking Promised Consort Radahn. They should just make his health lower. Like, make him go into the second phase later into the fight. Or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, something fundamentally needs to fucking change with Radahn. But Relina feels like Radahn, what Radahn should be, except weaker. Could be a way to balance him. Like, have the second phase start later, or have, like, make it so you need to, like, fully beat the first phase, and then, like, and when he comes back in the second phase, he's at, like, a quarter health, or some shit. And it's more of a, like, you beat Radahn into the floor, then Miquella comes to save him, like, bail him out type of thing. 50% mark. No, because that's pretty much where when he changes already. Like, he changes at 60%, I think. Again, like, just make the second phase start later, I think. Well, enough bitching about Radahn, we're talking about Relina. And, yeah, Relina, difficulty-wise, I think perfectly suits there. Same as Mesmer, same as Bale. And, yeah, Bale being the hardest, non-bullshit boss, I think is very fitting. Honestly, like, Radahn could probably go in a tier of his own in between fucking bullshit and A. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. Add row above. Fucking S/Radahn. There we go. Because while I feel like I cheesed him, I do feel like if I spent a lot more time, if I spent a lot more time, like if I ended stream, like yesterday, if I ended stream and just waited until, like, I didn't have work the next day and I just spent the whole stream fighting him, I probably could have. With, like, a build that was, it felt less cheesy and more skillful, but I think this is where all of, like, the bosses are. This is where, like, I'll have all the bosses. Yeah, there's the fake bosses, which are just bosses I just didn't fight. Plus Dryleaf Dane, because those three aren't even fucking bosses. The D tiers, yeah, Ymir being the bottom of D tier feels easy, because, like, you beat him in, like, 3 fucking hits. Falling Star Beast top at D, because I needed to be concentrated, but it wasn't too difficult. Black Jail Knight is a good measuring stick for when you first start the DLC, that's for damn sure. Romina, I still don't know how I feel about Romina, because I felt like I didn't struggle that much with Romina. But I wouldn't put Romina in D. I don't know how, I've genuinely, like, that's like a boss I don't know where I'd put. More time and you go to laser focus with min-maxed gear, you can probably crack him. Yeah. I mean, you can beat any boss of any fucking, any build whatsoever. There's like the guy, like, let me solo him. Where he, yeah, just pure skill and, like, no armor, like, fights bosses. Well, his main thing was killing Melania. Now it's, like, killing Radahn. I'm pretty sure someone beat Radahn with, like, at rune level 1 already. At, like, level 1, no armor, like, no hits. Like, you can do that. Pot on his head, no armor, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, he's currently, like, doing loads of training and grinding so he can, like, be perfect at Radahn. So, yeah, if you spend the time to get better at the fight, yeah, Radahn, like, yeah, eventually you can beat Radahn. But yeah, currently, I do think, yes, if you're laser, like, if I just took a shitload of fucking Adderall before the fight, and I spent, like, a lot of time in that second phase learning it, I would eventually be able to beat him in any build. I do think that Radahn is fundamentally, like, like, broken in some way. Done, and know him better than himself, definitely beatable. Overtuned, he's definitely overtuned. Something needs to change with Radahn. Again, I can take difficult bosses. I've beaten every boss in the Souls series, sans the fucking shitty fake field bosses in fucking Shadow and, like, Elden Ring. But yeah, I can do difficult, but Radahn feels like just wrong. But yeah, this is now for section 2. Fuck, I spent 2 hours just yapping about difficulty. To be fair, I spent, like, a little bit fucking. Okay, we're resetting it. So now, fucking add a row below. Okay, let's go back, make our fake bosses tier. Restart another. No, I want it to be, like, just one long, continuous video. Fake bosses. So what do I have from the fake bosses section again? I'll throw Dane. I'll throw them in the fake, like, just because that trio is, they genuinely are just fake bosses. Red Bear, Death Knight, Chief Bloodfiend, Raksha, Demi-Human, Marfella. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of shit into the fake bosses category, because a whole bunch of them literally are just guys, like the Black Jail Knight, the Black Knight. Like, these are all, like, just actually, like, everything I could say about these things is just that's just a guy. That's just a guy. That's just a guy. I don't know what that fucking thing is, but, like, it's just a guy. It's just a guy. Like, there's probably a little bit of lore with these characters. Like, fucking, yeah, maybe, like, yeah, all these can go in the bottom where, like, fucking, fucking, oh my fucking, yeah, literally just guys. Like, they're literally just fucking guys that are just, like, oh, why are they there? I don't know, lore type things. Yeah, same with fucking, like, Peak Drake. Like, what are they? They're dragons. This one fights another one, though. Ooh. Like, Tree Sentinels. Like, why are they the Tree Sentinels? Like, they defend shit. Ooh. Death Knight. It's a guy. Ancient Dragon. You know, Ancient Dragon Man will probably be at, like, the bottom of... No, because there's something to say about that, but, like... Great Red Bears, yeah, there's probably something with the fucking Red Bears, there's probably some lore there with the fucking, like, why these bears are extra strong, but it's just, these are extra strong bears. Ooh. Fucking, what else? Yeah, like this, like, oh, it's literally a fucking falling star beast. There is nothing there to that fight. Lamenta, that's just a guy. Fucking Labyrinth, that's just a guy. Deathrite Bird, it's a Deathrite Bird. Lions, I'm gonna save the lions, because though... Okay, for a second. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, you can just go into the guys section. It's the guy at the end of the thing. Oh, and the fucking dragons, the Ghost Flame dragons, literally just fucking, the same as the Peak Drakes, like. It's a guy from Sekiro, like, yeah, like this is just Samurai Jack, he's lost from Sekiro. So... Okay, every boss here, I have something to actually talk about with these bosses. Like, there's actually stuff here for me to talk about. These aren't just guys. I'll start with the Ancient Dragon Man. So, he's gonna go at the bottom, like, pretty much bottom of D. I think he's gonna be the very bottom of D tier. Because, there is things that you can talk about the Ancient Dragon Man. The fact that he's part of the, like, kind of like, dragon, like, the anti-Bale, I guess, sort of, like, thing. Like, okay, yeah, he's gonna be at the very bottom, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm gonna gas this guy and it's like, oh, he's got crazy lore, and like, oh, he's just that guy, and, Dragon Slayer, yeah, he's a Dragon Slayer, and he works with the dragons, like, the whole dragon communion thing. I should note my lore for Elden Ring is very, very spotty. So if I say something that's incorrect or I interpreted it the wrong way, my bad. That's all I can say, my bad. But the Ancient Dragon Man, from how I understand how the Dragon Communion works is that, like, you can join them kind of easily, and they hunt, like, and like kill rogue dragons, essentially, like dragons that don't obey Placidusax, who is the top dog when it comes to dragons in the verse. I'm gonna bring Bale as a part of this, because like it makes sense that these would go together, because Bale is straight into fucking S tier. Like, so Ancient Dragon Man, he's just a dragon hunter, essentially. Like, the sword he drops is anti-dragon. You can't say he's perfectly on the side of dragons, but he does dragon communion stuff. But outside of that, so a lot of what I'm gonna say, or at least a lot of what I can say about all these bosses is going to be the same as like what I said for difficulty. So I don't want to talk about just difficulty alone in here. I've already spent 2 hours talking about the difficulty end. So, like, I'll gloss over difficulty essentially. This is gonna be like, when I talk about difficulty, I'm gonna be talking about difficulty in relation to lore a lot more extensively. Bale is a fucking phenomenal fight. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. In all ways, the hype and build up to Bale is amazing. You start off, before you even get into the big area, the big peak where he is, you find a guy crying on the floor, cursing Bale's name, and it gets you intrigued, like, oh, Bale, that I should remember that name. Yeah, the build-up was right. Like, yeah, you actually had a character talk about the fucking boss, which is something you don't get a lot in Souls games. You don't actually, in all Souls games, you don't actually get a lot of characters that directly talk about bosses that aren't the big bosses of a series. You don't get lots of that build-up. I think Elden Ring does that in a really, it does it in a different way. While, like, it does it in kind of a different way, but the build-up for Bale, a character outright on the floor screaming, "Curse you, Bale," like a dragon hunter, and also cowering in fear on the floor because he's scared of Bale, and you fucking should be scared of Bale. The lead up to the fight, I will say it's a disappointing lead up to the fight. The Jagged Peak Drakes, look, I understand why, but come on, dude, you could have done slightly more with that. Just remove this first one. Just get there and see the dragons fighting each other, and then that will be like, oh, I understand. One of them is with Bale, and one of them is with Placidusax. That's fine. No sane human would fight Bale expecting to survive, honestly. Exactly. Like, Egon fights Bale knowing that he's going to die, but he's so angry and despises Bale so much that he fights him anyway. The build-up was right. The fight itself against Bale does not disappoint. For a dragon that is on lore on par with Placidusax, not as strong, because while Bale took one of his heads, Placidusax took like half his body. Like, took his fucking leg, took a bit of his wing. Like, the reason why Bale can't fly a lot is because he's missing part of his wing. You probably may have noticed he's limping when he's around the fight. That's why a lot of his runs and dashes towards you are kind of fucked up and are more like him dragging himself along the floor because he's missing a fucking leg because Placidusax fucked his ass up. So you're not even fighting Bale as strong as Bale could be. You are fighting Bale after getting mollywopped by the King of Dragons, essentially. Again, forgive me if my lore is incorrect. This is all how I've interpreted it, but the fact that I can even talk this much and pretty much, I imagine, be on point with it, shows that it's a boss that, like, they didn't like play around a lot with the lore, like hiding it and shit, and like not talking about it. Like, it's just, he's that fucking guy. He is just that fucking guy. Scars. He was a welcome to detail. Yeah, impeding him, like, it's like, oh yeah, no, he should be stronger, but he's just gotten out of a really rough fight. And it's the same with Placidusax. Placidusax, when you fight him in the base game, you can see that he's missing one of his heads, he's missing parts of him, and it gives you the sense like, oh, I'm not even fighting the boss at his peak. I am fighting the boss after, like, in a weakened state. That's what I really like about Elden Ring's bosses' designs in general. Mainly more for the base game than this, because Shadow of the Erdtree is meant to be a prequel when everyone was a lot stronger. But I think I talked about that a lot in the other video. Bale is fucking phenomenal. It is and Bale, it's like, getting to Bale isn't bullshit either, like getting to Matea, which I'll talk about Matea when I get there, but yeah, getting to Bale wasn't a chore. It wasn't like the run-up was disappointing, but like actually just getting to the boss, I didn't have to emote in front of a fucking statue to do that. They cooked insanely hard with Bale. They cooked very hard with Bale. The fact that you can talk with a dragon priestess and she gives you an item to make you, like, take less damage in the fight. Like, it makes you think that, yeah, everyone everyone wants Bale dead. Like, everyone wants Bale dead. Dragon Hunters want Bale dead. The other dragons want Bale dead. Floors the design team for Bale. Yep, they fucking cooked insanely hard with Bale the Dread. The fact that the Dragon Priestess, like, it is implied to have, like, lost her dragon, like, her full draconic form, to lend more power to Placidusax so they could fucking beat Bale. Like, everyone wants this fucking dude dead. Oh. And again, the fight itself. They really fucking, like, make you feel like you are fighting, like, a true fucking dragon. You are... and Elden Ring did that phenomenally in all its dragon fights. Like, yeah, even the shitty little ones here, like the Ghost Flame dragons, you still feel like you are fighting a dragon. I still feel like I am fighting an actual dragon, and that's something you just don't get in the other Dark Souls games, in the other Souls games. I think that's a lot. That is yeah. Bale is fucking... We're starting off insanely strong. I am putting a new tier. Ancient Dragon, Senesax. Fights don't feel as epic, but they feel like a typical dragon fight. Yeah, like... Yeah, the dragons just in Elden Ring are designed insanely fucking well. Senesax is diet Bale. So there's like basically no lore. He's just one of these drakes, but stronger. But that's not all. He is basically ripped from the base game. He essentially feels like a mix of Fortisax. I think sibling of Fortisax, if I had to guess, just because of the name. I'm gonna need a fucking... I need to bring up Fortisax. Fucking ancient... Less Senesax. Oh yeah, so there's Land Senesax. Yeah, like, it's essentially, it's on the same as all of these other dragons, Senesax, Fortisax, that, I imagine it's probably either, like, the dad or, fucking, some shit like that. Whatever it is, it's fucking annoying and dumb and bullshit. I don't like this fight at all. I don't like this boss at all. This boss should not have been on the way to Bale. This boss should have either been the only thing you fight, so no Jagged Peak Drakes. But, they made him more annoying than fucking Bale. Like, where Bale feels like, oh, this is a true boss. This is a true dragon. Senesax does not feel like that. He feels like, oh, he's like, oh, I don't know how, but he's just so fucking, like, unnecessary. So lame. It probably ties more into, like, Fortisax and Senesax from the base game, but, like... While I feel like, a little bit of intimidation fighting Senesax, it was very, very quickly replaced with annoyance. Everything I mentioned about the fight itself, like the small arena, the lightning, that's a whole different thing. Like, Bale's lightning... Like, comparing these two's lightning. Bale feels like his lightning has to be strong. It should be strong. And that's right. Senesax should not have lightning stronger than Bale's. The fact that the design and boss-wise, it's basically ripped from the fucking base game. It's the exact same type of dragon as Fortisax and the Senesax, and the one in the Crumbling Azula, which is also a ripoff that also like is just the same boss. Like there's nothing original or new about it. It's just a terrible boss. Terrible boss, and should not have been included. Or if they were going to include it, they should have included it, at least, like, make the fight, not easier, but, like, less annoying. There's a lot more they could have done with there's more they could have done with Senesax. There's a lot of things they could have done better. The placement of Senesax is just, it's just wrong. Fight, less of a chore, yeah. That's, like, personally, I think Senesax is one of the worst fights from the fucking DLC. Putrescent Knight. Let me just like leave him here just because I've got like fucking more. Putrescent Knight. Definitely not an A tier boss. I would say it's a B tier boss. So there's the cool lore how it essentially took form to protect Saint Linda. Now, that's, like, lore I have no fucking clue about. The extent of my knowledge of the lore for the Putrescent Knight is exactly what it says in the Remembrance, which is essentially, it is, like, a knight that took form from all of the fucking putrescent shit that's on the floor. Like, all the sludge that's actually in the arena. Like, this boss is essentially that made form. You can see from the horse, like, how the horse literally, like, manifests in and out from the fucking floor. That's cool. That's cool. That's neat. The run-up to... Okay, so, like, probably, one of my least favorite things is, it's something that, another boss in Dark Souls 3, Medea, has, which is the, like, 10-second drop to get into the fight. There's at least a few, there's gotta be at least one in every Souls game, and the Putrescent Knight is the one for fucking Elden Ring. A 10-second drop to be slowed by the swamp. Poorly executed, exactly. It's a poorly executed fight. It's got, for what it is, it's really cool, lore-wise. The actual visual design, I don't like it. I think it's kind of gross, in all honesty. Like, with what it's trying to do, it's correct. It does everything correct. Like, yeah, it's essentially a knight protecting Saint Linda, corrupted or mixed in with the putrescence, and the horse is literally just that sludge. Okay, that's neat. That's cool design. Or did you have to run down the runway, then jump again, free fall 10 seconds after every failed attempt? Exactly. Like, that takes you out of the fight. Like, that takes you straight out of the fight. They literally could have had a Stake of Marika somewhere in the fucking boss room. I wouldn't have minded that if it was just on the opposite end of the boss room, for example. But no, like, why did they not have just anywhere where you could just normal roll? So, in all of these types of fights in Souls games, for example, I'll use Centipede Demon as an example. In all of these where the floor is meant to be a hazard, they always have an area where the floor is not a hazard, but then they make it incredibly small. I have hiccups. They make it incredibly small, so it's essentially like, either use the entire arena and be debuffed, or use a small amount of the arena at full power, essentially. As far as I saw, the Putrescent Knight's arena does not have a safe area that does not have the sludge, and that's fucking annoying. Just placing you back on the jump-off point would be better. Shitty, still shitty, less shitty. Actually, no. I'm gonna look up Putrescent Knight real quick. Putrescent Knight. I want to know if the fucking arena actually has sludge or not, because if it does, like, if it slows you down, then I'm right in feeling this bullshit. But if it doesn't, Well, I gotta look this up. They're saying in Fisher depths. Got midway if you fail. Nah, that wouldn't have worked. I feel like that would have actually been kind of like, maybe difficult to code. I mean, like the midway point, like it's either you gotta have the fall or you don't. It's gonna be one of those two. Yeah. Oh my fucking god! Pew, shred, percent night. Am I fucking stupid? Does it not slow? I swear it does. Ooh, Elden Ring wiki. You want to unfuck yourself. Placebo. Like it just. Oh, gross. I don't need to know how to beat it. I already beat the fucking stupid idiot. Okay, I think maybe I'm just full of shit and I'm just really bad at the fucking game. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I don't want to waste any more time just trying to research the fucking stupid dumbass fucking night. I think I actually maybe placeboed myself into thinking that I roll worse. But yeah, the arena still, at the very least, I don't like the arena. Like, just the run-up, the fact that you gotta do the drop and the run-up is... Oh, it's such an artificial time waster. But yes, I love having to spend, like, 20 plus seconds, like, just to get to the fucking boss. Just for the boss to fucking knock me out, like, in, like, one hit. How nice. Like, how nice. What a good fucking design. Ugh. Who's next? Yeah, I think B. I think just overall, just wrapping up fucking Putrescent Knight. I think very cool boss, poorly executed. Also, I think the design's kind of gross, but that's neither here nor there. Next is Golden Hippo. You're not going higher than D. It's a hippo. So, a reason why I won't put it in E. E is bosses I actually find offensively bad. D is like, whatever. It's got less lore than the fucking Ancient Dragon. It's a hippo that's in Mesmer's castle for some fucking reason. That, grows spines. Next, Commander Gaius. So, okay, so fight aside from Commander Gaius. He does have some interesting lore around him. He is Radahn's brother, I'm pretty sure. Or, a comrade to Radahn. I remember reading something that he is in relation to... He's in relation... that he's in relation to Radahn. Hello, Nuda. Hello. I was late. I know, I bet you were like... I can't, yeah, I bet you were, like, really hoping to see this. Number 1 slot, yes. For difficulty, I think the number 1 slot... Well, the number 1 slot was Radahn, obviously. In the fucking bullshit section, yeah, it was the fucking, Deafblind one. But, you know, when this video goes up on YouTube, you can, see it. Oh, Mesmer, not Radahn. That's it. Yeah, they taught... He, like, studied, like, around the same time as Radahn, but Mesmer. Yeah, no, he's literally just a guy on a fucking boulder. Like, that's pretty much all he is. The arena kind of sucks. It's just big. It's just a really big arena. Where you fight him, which... Like, here, not there. It's whatever. Again, the difficulty, that's a whole different thing. Main thing is he is just a guy on a ball. I'm pretty sure he does some other shit as well. I think, like, really looking into him, there's, like, more there. But, yeah, fucking, outside of that, it's just... Guy on a ball, I don't have a lot... I'm not gonna gush in either way about him like I did with Bale, like, you literally step outside and he's just fucking there. Lion. So this is Lion, in, Belurat. Speak of the devil. So the lion is going to get held down by one thing. That's not even the lion's primary fault. Is the fact that there's a second lion. Which, for a remembrance boss, why is there another one just sort of like... I know it's in like it's like an artificial creation type thing. It was made. It's not like they just exist. If I'm getting the lore wrong, I'm getting the lore wrong, please correct me, but it doesn't feel... Like, it's a remembrance boss. I'm like quickly reading up on it just so I have something to fucking say about it that isn't me just bashing on how much I fucking dislike the fight. No, movie so far. Well, like the main thing mentioned. I guess I'll talk about the design. The design of it being, based on like the Chinese like dancing lion, where again like multiple men are under like the coat and acting like a dragon like in dance, and how turning that into a boss is very cool. It is a very cool concept for a boss. Yeah, the fact that no, having this one in E, I'll have it. So I was getting tunnel vision on how much the fucking fight annoys me. So yeah, so there's the whole thing that essentially it's two of those lion enemies, the one with the lion masks that we're doing like the controlling of the elements that I fought there near the end of the DLC. Took the costume off and just threw hands over a real boss fight. Oh, that would have been significantly worse. But yeah, so having this, but the fact that it's remembrance, there should not be fucking two. There should not be a second one. Why is there a second one? I understand why this one's here. It's protecting the way up to Radahn and Miquella. The lion, just lions in general, appear a lot in Elden Ring. With Godfrey. Again, Godfrey's like main companion is a lion. Radahn dons a lot of lion-crested armor. Teen fight warfare. Yeah, like design, very cool. I like, and how all of the attacks are executed. It's a very beautiful looking fight. Actually fighting the boss is awful. Is a completely awful experience for how cool the setup and cutscene for the fight is, and like everything based around it, both in and out of lore. There was something really special there. There was something really, really special there that I think was completely fucking squandered. Both by the actual experience of fighting it, which, to be fair, maybe I just need to fight it again, where I'm not holding myself back, and I probably would have had more fun. I digress. Why is there a second one? That's just worse. This one is defending something, and is two of the guards that is defending it. I understand. What the fuck is important about that temple? Now, I'm not gonna put him in F tier. No. I'm putting him in the yucky, penis, bad, awful, no good tier. This is one of my least favorite bosses in Souls, period. Okay, so it's not even a unique boss. It is the same thing as before, with less reason to exist. It's an unenjoyable fight. It is an unenjoyable fight the whole time. I was upset. I wasn't happy with fighting it. It's just awful. It was just a terrible fucking mess of a fight. Like, every good bit of will I can give the original Divine Dancing Lion. You know, just because I like the concept of how good it is with the top of the sea, because I like it more than Gaia's. It's a beautiful fight, and it's one of those things where it's like thinking, I wish I liked it more. It's one, like, just looking at it makes me think, like, looking and just thinking over it and talking about it makes me want to play, like, fight the boss again, just, like, without being fucking turbo drunk, just to appreciate it. Because I feel like I spoiled the fight a lot for myself by being as hammered as I was. But yucky, penis, bad, awful, no good, terrible, asshole lion. No enjoyment. There's no enjoyment, no reason to it exist. It's in such an awkward and hard to get to area, it almost is like, why? Like, it's a massive, why does it exist? You didn't need to put anything there. There was, like, you didn't need to have all that temple there. They were like, oh, we have a really cool boss, but we wanted to make it even worse, but we'll throw the really bad version of it in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's, like, difficult to get to. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why? Why do you exist? To quote low tier God, you should get a belt or a rope, and go to, like a garage door or a stairway, and hang yourself. Why do you exist? And went one step ahead to make it even more cancer. I know why. You better say something to make me upset. I can tell. Long as if you really think about it, it belongs in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by no one, and no one fucking loves you. Mesmer. I don't want to talk about Mesmer now. I'm gonna have Mesmer, Radahn, and Relina all near the end. Realize which boss was waiting for you. Wasn't too bad, right? No. No, it was exactly as bad as it should have been. No. Shadow Tree Avatar. I'll leave you there for the moment. So... okay, design. Actual design of it, I think is very, very cool. I think it looks really cool. I like the design a lot. I like how, yeah, it's meant to reflect the actual Shadow Tree itself, like the, because while you have the Erdtree, which is like big and divine and nature and beautiful, the Shadow Tree one is all sickly and fucked up and gross, and obviously hasn't gotten enough sunlight. Like, it's very on the nose with its design, but I think like there's enough there. The fact that it represents, you know, more decaying, fucked up, dead plants in a dying area. Withered sunflower to me, but that's what it's meant to be. Like, it didn't need to do, like, it didn't need to do something insanely extra with its design. It is exactly what it is meant to be. The actual fighting the boss itself, again, back before, I think it coming back to life twice, in kind of like how, you know, some plants, like, will sometimes just adamantly fucking refuse to die. I think that's kind of cool. I very much like how the fight plays out. I like how it plays out. It's just kind of a boring fight, though. Like, well, actually, there's like a lot happening in the fight, but because of how much damage it takes, it kind of dampens it down. Made it tougher. Yeah, I think, like, not like, oh, it needs to deal more damage. It needs to take less. 50% temperature reduction. Yeah, and I think that would solve a lot of the problems with it. Well, like if the whole design is meant to be like, oh yeah, it's like a dying flower that's still clinging to life, like in the shadows. Like, and it's like it's so like just strong because of it. And in comparison to the Erdtree avatars, and the putrid avatars that you can fight in the base game, it's very cool and unique in comparison to all those, which are the same thing, and they're just fat fucking idiots that walk around. And it makes sense why it takes so much damage. But you can have weak and dying things and still have them be strong. Yeah, it's underwhelming. I like the visuals of it though. I don't know why, but it's a very striking visual that I very much love. I love the design. I like the arena a lot as well. And it's definitely memorable. I would say it's a memorable fight. And I feel so wrong having the fucking Pearlescent Knight up. No, I'm gonna have you down there. No, I think, as much as I dislike the actual fight itself, I think there's a lot to like about the Divine Beast. Like, as much as I shit on it, I think I think it's like one of those that's like, if I go back and fight it again, not drunk, and slightly better at the game, at the fight, I'll like this one more. Not this one though. No, you stay in yucky penis bad awful tier. Next up, Metea, Mother of Fingers. So she's not going to be less. Okay, not going to be less than a biggie. I'll say that right now. So okay, first thing I want to talk about the design. It's insanely gross. It's gross, and also it's on the nose. It's the Mother of Fingers, and its head is a fucking giant finger, and its attacks. One of its attacks is literally it just pressing the finger into the floor. Yeah, uniquely disturbing. You're like, yeah, because one of the other halves of Elden Ring is meant to be kind of an eldritch horror, like unknowable horror. There are gods in play, like far stronger than there are gods at play far stronger than the ones you actually fight in the game. Like the Elden Beast, for example, is a legitimate god that was sent down by the Greater Will. No to what? Is comedy not horror? Like, I don't know, the fact that there's just eldritch beings like the Frenzied Flame, the Greater Will, this whole fucking Sea of Stars type thing, like, I forget what the fucking star thing is called. Like, there's all these bigger things at play, and Metea is for the fingers, what Fail for Dancing Alone for 7 hours is probably comedy gold. I mean, like, I imagine, if you're like a fucking sadist. And yeah, the Metea is for the fingers what the Elden Beast is for the Greater Will. Something sent out, or what Estelle is for the fucking whatever the star one is, the equivalent of that is. Or maybe I think Metea and Estella come from the same thing. I don't fucking know. So Metea is meant to be kind of like, yeah, an avatar of something that is just conceptually not human, or not even like of this world. It does that design well. It's still kind of gross. Like, it's gross in a way where it's like, yeah, like, I say maybe gross, but just kind of like silly. Again, like, it's fucking. Again, its head is a fingerprint. Come on, like, come on. Not interactive again. Yeah. Okay, I also need to talk about the process of getting to this boss. No No one is getting to this boss without a guide. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the same as, like, the Nameless King from Dark Souls 3. Where you could use an emote to get to an area. Except, in Dark Souls 3, you have the reference point. You did it as a guide. You literally told me. You literally told me. Like, at least in Dark Souls 3, with doing the Dragon Emote, it's in an area where, oh, there's a whole bunch of things Dragon Emote doing that Dragon Emote, and there's a spot missing. Maybe you should do that. Like, that's cool conceptually. Random ass statue of Marika that you need to use an emote in front of. You think I'm a guide? You literally guided me through the entire DLC. So, at least for the back end of it. Getting to Matea is a whole different experience than actually fighting Matea. I think a lot of the things you had to do was cool, but like, kind of, like the blowing on the finger horns. I like the blowing on the finger horns, which is one thing, but it's just kind of cool to like summon it or like be teleported to it. But yeah, I didn't like how much shit you have to do just to get to the fight. It's one of those fights that you just do. Like, if you don't have a guide, you just never do. Kind of like, just to get to it, ain't it? Yeah. No, I would say, like, I would say the effort to get to it would be the same for any fucking boss. Like, if Bale was behind, like, like a door I had to emote behind, I would already be more annoyed at it. Talking about the fight itself. The arena is so strange because you look up and there's all these tubes leading up to somewhere. Like, it's clear you're underground, but where underground? There's like water on the floor. It's like it's a unique kind of horror to the arena. I guess, like, the arena very much fits the boss. The fight itself, so one thing I want to really gush about, it's the fucking black hole attack. Oh my god. Where it fucking raises up in the air with a black hole that someone's behind it, shoots out rays that just slowly curl around the arena. Oh my fucking god, that was so cool. That was so fucking cool. I liked that a lot. I like how at the end of the fight, when you beat it, if someone's a black hole and gets sucked into it, and you think, and the panic in my voice when that happened was real, of me thinking that you are not going to be a sore loser and kill me at the same time that, like, I killed you. Like, you are not doing that. Like, I thought it was gearing up to do some sort of big fucked up attack before it died, but no, it didn't, and oh my, oh. It's super memorable. It is super, super memorable. I will say that about the boss. Kind of is setting like a mindfuck. Yeah, it's like, it's meant to be fuckery. There's a lot of boss arenas like that in Elden Ring. Estelle's, Rykard's, the Elden Beast. All of these are kind of fucked up arenas that really fit the theme and the mood of the fight. No, I want to have it higher than the Divine Beast. I wouldn't put Matea at an A tier. I like Matea. I like Matea a lot. But I think there's something there. There's just some things there. Like I mentioned, how the fight is underwhelming in terms of difficulty. And that's where it plays back into it, because it's meant to be, like, something... I wouldn't say it's meant to be on par with the Elden Beast in terms of, like, lore strength. But it is meant to... It should have been a lot stronger. Like, not Radahn levels of strong, or Elden Beast. I guess... like, I kind of have to rate its difficulty in the way of, like, how the Elden Beast, because it's not human or earthly or wherever the fuck it takes place in the slightest, how it perceives you is different to how other things already on in the world perceive you. And that's why I think the Elden Beast is a very beautiful fight, because it doesn't really feel like it's fighting you, as it is just existing. Have illusion attacks. I don't think so. I don't think illusion plays into anything with the whole fingers stuff. I don't know. I think Matea is a very underwhelming fight. I think that's like the worst part. I think the actual worst part is just the boss wasn't hard. It wasn't a hard boss. Like, yeah, I got smoked a couple times because I wasn't that good. Because that's how it is with these types of games. Like, you start off good and you start off bad and you get better. But like, Matea just didn't do enough. Also, no cutscene for the boss. Like, but better or was worse? 100% worse. If it was spawning shit, it would have made it infinitely worse. That's all I can say about Matea. Next, Count Ymir, Mother of Fingers. This is like... because of like lore and shit. But then again, the whole finger lore fucking confuses me. And shit. He very much seems like someone that, again, like, peer into the abyss stares at you type thing. Human form Matea? No, I think he's kind of more like... I think the closest thing would be like a priest. He's kind of like a priest, or someone that communicates with, like, Matea, or like the fingers and stars and shit. Yeah, Ymir is more of a, worshipper. Like, priest type worshipper. So he's got more lore than, you know, just Hippo with spines or fucking Dragon Warrior dude. But okay, so the fight insanely underwhelming. You literally just smack him to death because he's just a weak piece of shit. But it's not even like he does anything cool in the fight either. It's not like, oh, low health, but he does cool shit like the Erdtree avatar. Like, no, he gets fucking folded in half. He spawns shit frequently, which is kind of annoying, and that's why it took me out in the first fight. But like the second time where I knew he was gonna spawn a bunch of shit, immediately just fucking bitch made it. Like, just mollywopped completely. Actual fucking kind of like nothing boss. In terms of the actual fight itself, nothing. The arena, which is the rundown church he resides in, kind of cool. He feels more like a cult leader, I think, considering you had that Death Knight lady that I wanted to smash. Like how she's like completely indoctrinated by him. I think his main thing is kind of like cult leader trying to indoctrinate people into the whole finger worship thing. And for some people, it worked really well, and then for me, well, for you, you kill the god he's worshipping. So, yeah, like, you know, one day he would get upset. Let's see, who's next? Jory, Elder, Inquisitor. Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. Because... okay. So, while I am kind of spotty on, like, the finger lore, I'm even more spotty on madness lore and frenzied flame lore. I have no clue what these fucking Inquisitors are doing or what they're here for. I will be straight up and admit it. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is something I have to, like, look up. Like, so I actually have, like, something to, like, just legitimately fucking talk about. Jory... Elder Inquisitor, what the fuck is his lore? Yeah, what the fuck is this dude meant to be? I don't think there's any fucking lore. Sandy has lore, but okay. Well, like, at least in this game, well, at least in Elden Ring, where you've got the Frenzy Flame. Like, if actual real life insanity was tied to some sort of fucking actual god that is out there and is a real threat, that'd be a lot more cool. Oh, that is a whole ass that is the Fear and Hunger Reddit. Yeah, no, I don't even think this dude has lore. I think he's just like some fucking guy. Probably like, no. I'm gonna put him in the fucking E tier, dude. He fucking sucks. Like, not a cool fight, no fucking interesting lore or anything. Like, come on, mate. Actually, no, fucking, you can go in F. I need something to put in F. Yeah, fucking, yeah, Jory, you can be in fucking F. I'm sorry, if you've got some cool lore, my bad, you should have done something more to explain it. Okay, now we're actually into, like, the good bosses, so... I'll say, none of these bosses that are remaining, so Midra, Ramina, Mezima, Ralana, Relana, and Radahn are going to be any less than fucking B tier. Like, they're not going to be less than B. And Midra is going to go in A. I think Midra is a very fucking cool boss. The design is so good. Someone who's gone twisted from fucking madness. The fact that, in a way, he's also like a long-winded Fire Punch references. Literally a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, a Fire Punch reference, like, reference fucking galore. In fact, yeah, he's someone twisted from madness and in his madness, he's locked himself away in his mana. There's the fact that when you walk up to the mana, you can see a whole... So the setting... Okay, so getting to the mana kind of sucks ass with the fucking, like, insanity guys, which, again, it also plays into the fact that, yeah, it's a madness area. Like, in a, like, awful abyss area. The fact that the madness is so strong with the Frenzied Flame, that Torrent refuses to fucking come out and, like, let you walk around, is a very cool detail. It's a very fucking cool detail. Oh, it's really fucking cool. Helios, literally Helios from Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally Helios. Fire Punch reference, where if you look at his sword, or the remembrance, it says, like, endure, like, those words became a curse. Like, someone who was told to live. And even with his madness, doesn't die. When you first walk up to the manor, and you see all of those corpses, with their heads missing, all of them kneeling, considering this is already a reference to Fujimoto's works, the Chainsaw Man reference with the Darkness Devil showing up, something that also, I don't want to like gush. I'm not going to gush about Chainsaw Man here, but the entrance to the Darkness Devil is one of the definitely one of the most iconic moments from manga as of recent times. But yeah, how like having that as an immediate reference. The Endure, which is a mirror to the Live from Fire Punch. Yeah, so when you enter the mansion, you can hear him screaming that he wants you to go away. Like, he knows he's going to have to fight you, and, like, you're going to kill each other, and he doesn't want to fight you. He doesn't want to. He wants you to just go away and leave him alone. He's locked himself away somewhere where he can't hurt anyone. And then you go up to... And then you go through the mansion against his will, you go and fight him, and in the beginning... Yeah, you just beat the shit out of him. And then he just fully fucking gives into the frenzied flame. Like, the cutscene where he grabs the sword by the fucking... Like, he grabs the sword. Both sides, but one's on a thorn, and it goes through his fucking hand. And he yanks it out. He yanks it out from himself, also taking his fucking head off with it, just for the sword to curl around one arm, and for him to snap the thorn off from his other hand and use that as like a fucking quick dagger, like a quick move dagger. What is not to love about that? That's disturbing, that's horrific, that's super fucking cool. Having a boss that actually directly is in reference to the frenzied flame, something that has absolutely, basically no fucking lore behind it, even considering it is one of the major endings in the game. No, just no once again. Ugh. Like, the moveset, all compliments, like what he's meant to be, or what is meant to be. Someone who lost himself. Enough cheese to be real madness. Oh, true. Oh, unfortunately, that puts him in yucky penis bad, awful no good tier. No, absolutely fucking phenomenal boss design. Visually, phenomenal design. The boss, the arena and lead up, the build up to the fight there's a lot there to like. His moveset is insanely... Like, his jump attack where he jumps down, he shoves the sword straight through, and then fucking spines burst out everywhere. Oh, I may not have as much to gush about than Bale, but Bale is definitely a fucking exception. Midra is a solid A tier boss. Next, Romina, Saint of the Bud. This is gonna kind of pain me to do this. It's gonna be like top of B tier. Man, considering Romina is one of 3 actual main bosses of the DLC, along with Mezamar and Radahn. No cutscene? It's kind of lame. Yeah, like, no cutscene, no, like, reason why Romina was there. It's just, oh, Romina, I think the lore is literally, Romina got her ass beat or, like, killed in that area, and then, like, embraced the rot, like, the Scarlet Rot. I think she's got some relation to Melina? Romina is, yeah, like, no, like, they gave the fucking dancing lion a cutscene, but not one of your free, like, non-optional bosses. Mesmer's cutscene is amazing. He has 2. Radahn's cutscenes are also very good. There's no explanation for why Romina's there. We don't know who Romina is. Romina, I don't think, is mentioned anywhere in the base game. As far as I'm aware, I might be... again, I'm not a lore expert. That being said, I absolutely fucking would with Romina, 100%. What's the stupid fucking... What's the stupid fucking Steven Universe fucking... Black Diamond, copy pasta. Yeah, like, with Romina, just, yeah, it's just actually, like, my thoughts can be summarized by the Black Diamond copy pasta. This is Black Diamond, she's the most powerful diamond, she's also the one Pink most likes to fuck doggy style, sideways, frontways, backwards, upside down, 360 degrees, no condoms, skin on skin, on the living room, on the bedroom, on the fridge, on the closet, on the ceiling, on the walls, on the bathroom, on the couch, on the car, on the street. And that's kind of my thoughts summarized. 100% would. I think the design is, outside of me being horny, I think the design is very nice. In fact, she's got like the stinger at the, like, underneath her to show she's, yeah, like, part plant. But also, yeah, like, part plant, part fucking scorpion, part centipede. Like, there's so much going on there. But it all works. Actually, fighting Romina is very... honestly, very boring fight. Romina's a boring ass fight. Like, I do like the transition to second phase when she uses the butterfly attack. Like, she's the AoE where all the butterflies, like, all scatter around, then fucking dissolve into Scarlet Aeonia, like, Scarlet Rock. That's really cool. That's really that's really memorable. But you know what isn't memorable? Her name. Like, again, one of 3 main bosses, and for the first, like, few days after I beat her, I could not for the life of me remember Romina's name. And I bet in a week's time, I'm gonna struggle to remember Romina's name. Bale, I'm gonna remember. Midra, I'm gonna remember. Radahn, cheating. Mezima, 100% memorable. Right, what does Romina bring? In terms of memorability, a very cool design, one really cool attack. Like, I don't know. More should have been done with Romina. A cutscene at the very least. Like, that's just... it just feels lazy. Like, there had to be something more that could have been done. There's so much more could have been done with Romina. And a very big letdown of a boss. Next. Rellena, Twin Moon Knight. So Rellena is definitely... I'm putting Rellena in S. I'm putting Rellena in S. Bottom of S. But Rellena is definitely an S tier boss for me. One of my favorite bosses from the DLC. The fight. I very, very much love fights. Ooh, actually, I think top of A. Bale is such a strong S. Oh my god, Bale's such a strong S that anything I put next to Bale, I just don't feel like I could put next to Bale. Rellena, I think the biggest problem is there was nothing leading up to Rellena. It was very much you enter the arena and Rellena is there. It felt very much like Champion Gungnir. if I had to compare it with how I feel about the boss. Rellena feels like a genuine fight against a knight. You're both on equal strength, like a rival kind of knight. Strong, but not overwhelming. Hits hard, but it doesn't feel like, but I can actually tank more than 1 or 2 hits. I can tank more than 3 hits, I think, against Rellena. Rellena is a very good boss. I very, very much like Rellena. I like Rellena a lot. I just say it like, yeah. Rellena, amazing boss. A lot of what I had to say about the boss was said about in the actual fighting section, like the actual difficulty section, because, and it's the main thing that holds Rellena back from me, is out of all the enjoyment I got from the fight, there just does no lead up to Rellena. There's cool lore, sister to Renala, which a lot of people confuse the names for, meaning that she's very important. There's the thrusting shield she has, which implies a kind of like one-sided love to Mesmer, but Mesmer's too busy being a guy failure to realize it. Yeah, there's no build-up, no... Yeah, so there's, like, there's the lore. Like, she has the lore, I'm not 100%... not really invested, I would say is the word. But... like, knowledgeable on her lore. But there's a lot there. I very much just enjoyed the actual... the most enjoyable part about Renala was the actual fight itself. I like Champion Gungnir a lot. So, I like Rellena a lot because they both are very, very similar. She feels like a boss that there's almost no bullshit to. It's just all... it's all hands. It is all, like, skill. I never really felt like I lost against Rellena, because I was cheesed. I felt like I lost because I was bad. Alright, we're on to the final 2 bosses. Who do I want to go first? I want to go Mesmer first. Mesmer is the S tier. Mesmer is a easy S tier. All the hype surrounding the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC was mainly focused around Mesmer. You can experience 19 inches of Mesmer with the statue you got for pre-ordering the game. 18 inches of Mesmer, imagine. His design is so bad, only he can pull it off. It's something you realize with pretty much every boss armor you can wear in the game, sans maybe a couple. Of all boss armor, it looks like, when adjusted to your size, looks cool. Like some work better than others. Like, Rellena's outfit looks clean no matter who's wearing it, in comparison to, like, Melania's outfit, which kind of looks goofy. Which kind of looks goofy, mainly because, like, the Empyrean helmet has got, like, the red flowing hair behind it. Like, I think that looks kind of goofy on some characters. Or maybe because I'm so used to seeing the red flowing hair being just part of, like, Melania. I digress. Mesmer's outfit is so fucking bad when you wear it. Like, it looks mismatched. It doesn't look right. It looks so fucking bad. Only Mesmer can pull off a fit that fucking terrible. And it absolutely fucking suits him. He's got interesting lore. there's a lot more to Mesmer that I don't know of currently. The main thing I know, brother of Melina. There's Melania, Melina, melatonin, can't. Melina, with just his ember, where there's just a very simple, like his sister, he too bore a vision of burning, like, of fire. Like, that's hard. That's hard as hell. Speaking of hard, his boss fight. He is a very, so like, I think he's like Rallinar, except I like the fight more. You gotta be focused, you gotta be in, it feels equal. His second phase, where he gouges out his other eye and we gouges out his other eye in order to access, like, to truly, like, you know, like, you know, stoop down to such a level to, like, fight you. Where, like, he peers up and you can look in his eye, you see all the snakes moving behind. Like, it's not like, oh, like, you see, like, his brain, it's like, whatever's behind, like, his eye, like, behind his face, is not human. Like, he very much is not human in all ways. It shows his, it shows, his, like, him as a god. Essentially. At least part god. How he curses, out America, but also himself when he loses the fight, for going as low as he did, and still not being able to beat you. Oh, the arena. The arena is really cool. Like, the lead up and build up to the arena. Getting to there, going through the Shadow Keep. I think more could have been done with Shadow Keep, in all honesty. And I think it could have been a little bit, like, better put together. But I think but talking more about his arena itself, it feels right. I think the size feels correct. I have, like, a lot I want to talk about with Mesmer, but I feel like I just can't because I don't know enough about his lore. Because, oh. But, like, just everything about him appeals to me in so way. I loved the fight. I love the design. Just the aura and energy he radiates, which isn't intimidation, it's goofy boy failure. Maybe I'm just fucking porn rotted, like my fucking... Like, maybe I've just got actual fucking brain rot. Like, no, don't get me wrong, you know, obviously intimidating, but I see him more, like, but he's got a different type of intimidation and aura than Bale, for example. Bale is all fucking scary-ass dragon aura. Mesmer is, like, fucking sad boy, fucking, like, guy failure energy. Like, just looking at, like, when you enter the fight, where he is, what his design, like, it's like, it all radiates failure energy. Like, super fucking hard. I think that's basically everything I have to say with Mr. Yowie Hands himself. Final boss of this list and of the DLC. Promised Consort Radahn. I think I want to get my thoughts out about Promised Consort Radahn before really thinking about ranking him. So, first things first. I don't like Radahn being in the DLC. I don't like Radahn being in the DLC. Or more specifically, I don't like Radahn being the final boss of the DLC. I think Mesmer should have been the final boss. I think the DLC should have been focused more around Mesmer than Radahn. I mentioned it with the battle, like the difficulty section, where I think it is very good that we get to see one of the strongest characters in lore in their prime. I think that is excellently done with Radahn. We see the Radahn that's hyped up in the title screen when you first boot up Elden Ring, when you first look through the cutscene and it shows him and Melania fighting. Seeing Radahn in his absolute peak, even before that fight with Melania, seeing him, like, yeah, just in absolute power, like, true form, that's cool. That is well done. I don't like him being the final boss, however. I think he absolutely 100% should have been optional. Maybe I'm alone in that. I think Radahn should have been a completely optional fight. I know the DLC is all based around Mikola, so they need to have some, like, there are more connections with Mikola. And Radahn seems like an easy target. But, like, the final boss of the DLC, it just feels wrong for Radahn to be the final boss of the DLC. Like, it feels like he shouldn't be there. It feels like what Melania is in the base game, he should be in this DLC. Optional, but if you stagger upon him, he will just fucking rinse you out, like, just ruin your fucking day. Mentioning it in the battle section, his actually fighting him. He is insanely difficult. Absurdly difficult. Almost to a point that, like I described it as, something is fundamentally wrong with Radahn. There is something fundamentally wrong with how the boss is designed. Maybe Mikola shouldn't have been there. Maybe something else there should have been something else. I think there's a lot more that could have been done. Or things that need to be changed, or something. I just don't... I don't like it. I just simply don't like Radahn being the final boss of the fucking DLC. I think, like, the fact he's the only boss you see in peak form, like, wouldn't you assume that if we were going to do Mikola and a final boss, we would do, like, Mohg? Like, the person that Mikola is the most associated with, before the DLC dropped? Like, that should be the person. Like, Mohg should have been the person. We could have seen a Mohg before Mikola brainwashed him. Like, as far as I'm aware, in lore, we don't see anything in Radahn that shows that, like, oh, he was brainwashed and corrupted by Mikola, and that's what sent him on his path of madness or some shit. Like, we never see anything like that with, like, coming from Radahn. We see that coming with Mohg, however. And I think having Mohg be the final boss, and have the final boss of the DLC be a, like, you know, what starts all of this, like, what started it all, like, the final boss of the DLC being Moog, I think would have been a much better fit for the Radahn. Design, I like. Well, it's kind of like it's what you would expect from a younger version of Radahn. It's the same, but it looks fresher. It looks cleaner. You're not howling like a wild animal anymore. He is. I think the design is fine. The design is good. It's Radahn. Like, it just feels so wrong having a boss that we've already had be the final boss of the DLC. If he was optional, I wouldn't be feeling this. If Mezima was the final boss, that would have been fine. Or Moog. Or just someone else. The Miquella section of the fight, when Miquella joins in. Personally, I think that whole thing with Miquella, that should have, like, it should have been, I wouldn't say a Twin Princes type of thing, like Lothric and Lordran. I think it should have been, like, they were together from the start, and the whole fight is like that. And then, like, the second phase could still be as normal. Or it could have been something like Miquella's on the back the whole time, and the first phase is the whole fight. Like kind of like what I mentioned before. Like you drain the health bar once, and then when he comes back with like a quarter health, like half health, or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm very, very torn. I think I have to have Radahn at the... No. I think Radahn is disappointing. I think it's disappointing having Radahn be the final boss. I think bottom of A is actually where I'll have him. The fight, like I said, is fundamentally wrong, and that does drag it down. I think he should have been... he should have been optional. I think that's my just definitive stance. He should have been optional. He should not have been the final boss. Maybe in retrospect, I will look back and think, yeah, that is like, you know, no, like Radahn was done right and correct, and he's so based and cool and misunderstood. Well, he is actually misunderstood. Like now, especially considering we know how like Miquella, you know, was the one person like brainwashing everyone into being on his side in order for the greater good. I understand. But also, this is about Radahn, not Miquella. If we're including the whole Miquella and Miquella lore and all of that, then it would be higher. But we're talking about Radahn here. I didn't look at any of the trailers, really. I looked at like a one, but I didn't look at all of them. I don't remember anyone making any noise about Radahn being in them. Was Radahn in any of the trailers? Or is this a boss that was meant to like be shock and subversive and wow and oh look, it's not Moog and it's not Mezima, it's someone else entirely, like. I think this is how I'll have it. I think as of current, fresh off the DLC, this is how I'll have it. This is it. So at the top we have Bale, which I think Bale is probably the definitely a top 10 Souls boss. That's for damn sure. I don't know where in the top 10, but he's there. Mezima, I think I'd also have to put in the top 10 as well. The Divine Dragon, the Divine Lion Temple, pee awful boss. I would have that like at the fucking bottom of my full tier list. I think like maybe at dead last. I think I would actually have him at dead last. I think I've got like the grave thieves, like the like the grave robbers from like Dark Souls 2. I think those are my like least favorite boss. I think it's actually replaced with the fucking lion phase, with Lion from Temple. That's fucking just an awful boss. Not a single lick of enjoyment. No, I wouldn't know. I don't know, but it's definitely bottom 10, bottom 5 boss of all time. Yeah, I don't think I've got much else to really say. I've gotten a lot of my thoughts out over at the end of last stream, at the end of the when I finished the DLC. I got a lot of my thoughts out here about all the bosses. Sure, more will come. More would come later on. If I was to replay the DLC again, or maybe like do like a revamped ultimate tier list, every single boss, including these DLC bosses. Like, just do an absolutely fucking definitive one after I've played the DLC once or twice more. And I know more of the lore. I'll see if this ages poorly or not. Anyway, that is it. That is it for tonight. I think that's it. After slumber, I'm gonna go stroke my shit. Anyway, goodbye, good night, and I'm